Alright, now you should be able to hear me now. That's a very annoying bug. I wish that didn't happen. Woo! I should be audible now. You should be able to hear me. I mean, you have the ability to mute me, but I don't have the ability to mute myself. Yeah. Yeah, you have. I don't listen. I don't listen. Guys, I'm so fucking excited. This is the last week I need to play my Warlock compulsorily. I'm very happy. Oh, cool. Let's hit the tower. Let's see what Celebration Week is all about. Alright, so the Renegades stream is gonna go live in about 1 hour. So we got time. We got time to chill. We got time to catch up. We got time to... God damn it. Why are you running a husk this early? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? Go live. Oh gosh, I gotta pay rent. Go pay rent. I have to pay... I have 2 bills I have to pay. Wish I didn't. But here's the thing. I now have multiple income sources lined up. My life is about to get way more busy. I'll be happy to talk about that with you guys because I do want to start sharing expectations for what I'll actually be able to do around here. Because I have some good news and some bad news. The good news I've already said. I have 2 jobs now. You just brought a brand new e-bike? E-bikes kick ass, dude. E-bikes are awesome. My city actually has some bike infrastructure, which is nice. Made it easy to get around when I didn't have a car for a little while there. So, yeah. So let's talk, as we're getting warmed up here. Stop talking about my dildo ship. It's a Vulcan Heavy Cruiser. It's a Vulcan Heavy Cruiser. Leave alone and suck these nuts. Jesus. I mean, here's the thing. I am going to be emphasizing the importance of, I'm going to be emphasizing the importance of, you guys keeping my bills paid a lot less, because that's no longer going to be, like, the center of my financial push. Wow. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. He just said your score's good, but you're nowhere near the best. Did I just get good scrubbed by fucking Devrim K over here? Are you serious? Did this man just fucking shade me like that? I don't know, man. I don't feel good about that fucking attitude. You shitburger. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, that's how rent feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yeah, so let's talk real quick as I sort of peruse the tower and I equip all my new shit. So I have gotten 2 jobs confirmed in the last week. One of them I've talked a little bit about recently, which is where do I get this helmet? One of them I talked about very recently. It is the... Oh, shit. Did I only get this on my... Do I only get this on my Warlock? Oh, that's bad. So the job I've accepted, I am taking the position of a residential counselor at a local school for mentally troubled kids. And I'm pretty excited about it, but the schedule is going to be bononkers. It's going to be ridiculous. It's eating up most of my nights and weekends, and that is going to limit my ability to stream to basically maximum 2 days a week. Right now what I'm thinking, yeah, the daily streams, this is going to be the last week of daily streams, and this Saturday is going to be my last Saturday stream for the foreseeable future. Why would you come to me? I don't know. Finding fulfillment is the first priority. Here's the thing, Regu. I enjoy doing this with you guys. It just doesn't pay the bills. If it did, I wouldn't be looking for a job. This would be it. I'm so grateful for how you guys have supported me, and it has legitimately kept me out of, like, serious financial danger. But now that I've got a job, I'm going to be pushing, like, subs and sub drives a lot less. I'm going to keep the wheel system and the daily sub system because, like, you know, I'll take anything you guys want to give me. And I would like for this to turn into a full-time deal. But right now, I'm going to have to prioritize just making that job work. So what I am thinking for streams, I want to stream every Tuesday. For sure, I want to stream every Tuesday. Holy shit. Look at this shader. You DM'd me? All right, I'll take a look. Oh, it is pretty. Oh, this is flashy. Ain't no way they're giving this away for Bright Dust. That's nutty. What about Sakura? I don't need another flower shader. It's fine. So I want to stream every Tuesday, for sure. 4 to 6 hours is what I'm thinking. 4 to 6 hours. Hey, GG's, Bazinga. Yeah, keep me fucking going. Keep it going. Keep it going. A good soldier. It's okay. I'll be a cowbag. I might just do 25 gifted randomly now. I mean, again, I'm not going to discourage you guys from supporting me because, like, if this becomes... All right, so to peel back the curtain a little bit on money. At the height of Destiny content this year, when things are really popping, between YouTube and Twitch, I was making $2,000 a month. Which is great, and with my unemployment was like enough to cover everything. Without unemployment, it is not enough to cover everything. So, at the bad times though, it was total like 600 or something, which will cover some bills, but like doesn't, like not enough. So, like, that'll give you an idea of like how much this thing needs to grow before it could be my full-time deal, right? That's like that gives you a barometer for like the best times I've had here were still only half of what I needed. And I'm willing to do more work to make that happen, but like I don't have the base. I don't want to like be in a position where like 3 or 4 people are just constantly like, you know, floating the operation for everyone. I'd like it to be something where like we can build a community, and if enough people want to support, it'll be enough. Like, that's the goal. I want it to be durable. And I'm just not there yet. But I also really care about this community. So my current thoughts on when I can stream are going to be streaming every Tuesday. I do! ! Donate. I think I need to set it up as a button. But what I'm thinking for streaming is I want to stream every Tuesday, 4 to 6 hours. I want to catch those daily resets. I want to stay up to date. I want to stay up on content. The other thing I want to do is I want to try and stream with you guys every other Sunday. I will need some Sundays to myself for mental reasons, for social reasons, for other work reasons. And also... to like, yeah, like Regu's saying right now, to keep up on like smaller bits of content. Because again, I don't cover everything, you know? I'm not out here making a video on every weapon that comes out. I'm just like trying to pump out guides. Do maybe 1 video a week. You know, I have my big projects that I'll do every couple of months, but like, I'm just churning out sort of the easy stuff. But that's what the future of this is probably going to look like is... I'm going to be doing my daily streams today through Saturday. I know Thursday is Thanksgiving here in the US, and a lot of people are busy, but I'm also a person that doesn't care for Thanksgiving, so I usually end up alone. And so I was thinking of just like, I have a little solo game that's like a 4 to 5 hour game. I was thinking I just fire that up and we do a cozy stream. Anybody that doesn't have a place to go, let's hang out. Let's just have a chill vibe. But Friday, Saturday, I want to get into the hardcore shit. I want to get my conquests. I want to do some raid Sherpas. I'm going to post a poll in the Discord about what you guys want to do on Saturday. Lethra, welcome back. Sunday, I might do a very unique stream. It depends on a couple of things. I have to retest with some friends and figure something out. that might also be a sort of cozy stream of a unique variety, but I don't know yet. I don't know yet. After that, though, I'll be back on Tuesday, next Tuesday for the Renegades launch. I made sure that work is not going to interfere with that. I am also going to be on for the dungeon race and have a dungeon guide out opening weekend. So it's where I've got the basics covered.
These boundary reps are masters of engineering, but they have no idea how to harness the light.
Oh, okay, it's available on all classes. Sick. I'm gonna work on Fatback Day. What is Fatback Day? What does that mean? Is that what you call Thanksgiving? Bazinga, my day's pretty okay so far. I'm sure because my schedule is going to be later. I'm in the process. I worked really hard this year to get my sleep schedule earlier in the day. Now I have to shift it back to later. So I've been keeping myself up a little late. I've been trying to wake up a little later so that when work hits, I'm not like, you know, shocked. So today I slept until about 8:30. Got up, worked out, did some cleaning. Just some adulting this morning. Here I am now. And this leads to the second bit of employment news I have. So I have a stable day job that's going to keep me busy 4 days a week. 1 to 2 of the free days I have a week I'm going to be spending with you guys. I have some other projects I want to work on, both for Catch Gaming and for some other stuff I use to do. But also, I am in some official capacity back on board with the Astacross crew. I left working with them about 1.5 years ago, mostly because I was sort of butting heads with them creatively. I was kind of hitting a point where I was like, I don't feel like I'm getting to do the things I need to do. And I had some other projects that just took priority. So I just stepped back. I've talked about like how I don't think I'm the best cultural fit there, but they were looking for some folks to help with the work and I need the work. So there we go. I've already done a little bit of writing for them. And I'm going to be doing a little bit more. So I'm going to be very busy. I'm going from very flexible to very busy very fast. Archie just redeemed a Rate My Fit. If you have channel points and you're online, this is beautiful. But is this all one set? Veiled Hunting. I'm pretty sure this is also Veiled Hunting. Yeah, Veiled Hunting. If I check this, is it all Veiled Hunting? Veiled Haunting, Veiled Haunting, Veiled Haunting. To Kelly Lee. I mean, it looks good, but it's because it was designed by a Bungie artist, you know? I gotta give this one a 2. I don't think that the Star Reader shader blends well with what's going on. And it was just a, oh, you're doing 4 things? Okay, so 1, I'm gonna give you, honestly, I'm probably gonna give that one a 1. I didn't really feel anything looking at it. All right, here's the second one. Is this a bunch of Riven shit? You hit me with that Riven shit? Pathfinder, okay. This works much better with the Star Readers. I don't love the red. I think because the red, blue, and purple, I don't know, they all clash a little bit. The purple's a little too faded and pastel-y, and the blue and red are very rich pops. So that's thrown me a little bit. I think it works together. I just think it's kind of ugly. So that's a 2 out of 10 for me. So you got a 1 and a 2. Bad start. I mean, keep going. Here's the thing. 4 out of 5 is the highest I will give anyone for, like, a good-looking set. 5 out of 5 is a good-looking set that makes me feel something. 5 out of 5 is, like, this I like. This I like a little better. I think the dissonance between the... Yeah, the shader's doing a lot of work to pull this together. The ceramic, I think the texture of the ceramic is actually doing a lot to keep shit tidy. I like the gleam coming out of the arms. It just doesn't synergize for me. Like, I like the silhouette of it, but when you really zoom in and look, I think it falls apart. That's another 2. I'm sorry, bud. You've done so well in the past. Don't take this shit personally. Don't take this shit personally. I guess, should I change this from Rate My Fit to Get Fucking Roasted? When is the Destiny developer stream? Is that today or Thursday? It's today, Darkshot. It's today. In 45 minutes, it's going on. I have it pulled up on another screen. This one I like a little bit better. This one, this looks like the same armor as before, just different shader. This shader I think is working better because now these blues and purples, they don't feel like they're at odds. They feel like they're adding texture. Like, have you ever looked at a starling really closely? The starling, the bird, like they look like a crow. And then you look up close and then they've got like all these like beautiful colors like speckling across. They're not actually black. They're like blue and green and purple. They're like all sorts of colors. They're little shit rats, but they're pretty when you really take a close look. This, I feel like, is the shader that allows that to pop. I feel like it looks kind of like a nasty clump at first, but I think the more you look at it, the more it feels like texture. It's still a little sloppy, so I'm going to give it a 3. I'm going to give it a 3. Okay, wait, when you pop the mask on, I don't know. It's still a 3, but I like it more. Schwein, put me up next if you don't mind. All right, Schwein, are you online? Yes, you are. All right, next, rate my fit. Here we go. I just love a wide Titan. I don't know what it is, but I love a wide Titan. The chainmail shoulders, the breastplate, and the fur definitely give medieval fantasy. The legs feel a little techno. Those plates don't feel quite as in line with the sort of medieval feeling of the rest. Yeah, Forge Machinist, Greaves, Iron Intent Mark. I think the legs kind of spoil the vibe a little bit for me. They look a little too techno-future compared to everything else. I would say knock that back to something a little more either simple or a little more ornamental. It doesn't all come together for me, and I think, honestly, the rustberry on the helmet is kind of doing it. Everything else on here is so shiny and reflective, but you've chosen a very matte material for the helm, which isn't unrealistic, but I think I'd want to see this more closely match some of the highlights around the shoulders. And, I get why Mossbone and Dead Orbit are different. They're like inverted shaders to each other. But take a look at how like the lining on the breastplate is less reflective than the lining on the shoulders. I mean, you can only do so much. But I think that it's that clash of metal materials between these three that's kind of making it fall apart for me. That and the legs. So I'll give it... it's not bad. I'll give it a 3 because like I do like where it's going. I think a little bit of refinement and you've got something like beautiful, you know? Live stream hasn't started. No, sir. We got some time. We've got some time. We're warming up. We're getting into the flow. So yeah, TLDR, for those that didn't catch it, I'm starting a new job next week. So this is the last week of daily streams. Cozy Thanksgiving stream on Thursday. All out bullshit Friday, Saturday. And after that, I'm probably going to be streaming on Tuesdays to stay up to date. And then every other Sunday to do community stuff like Sherpas, like brackets, like, you know, races, things like that. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm also going to be working again with Aztecross's team once again. I think on one hand, the editors just want an editor to muscle through some stuff. But I'm straight up not going to be available for a lot of that. So when I was talking to Cross about it... I want to get more involved in the scripting side of things and like sort of tightening some stuff up there, but I'm only gonna have so much control. So I'm going to be involved in some much like deeper meta conversation. Specifically what they were looking for was someone who's more active in the game than a lot of the editors are. So I know that I sometimes joke about you guys giving me grief for not being up to speed on the meta. Fucking crack down on me. Like... not only for my channel, but now for his. Like, I'm about to be accountable for a lot more information. Once again, if there was some drama back in 2023, when they reworked Graviton Lance, I got one thing wrong, and fucking shit rained down on my head real hard. So, if you guys catch me slipping on something, you light me the fuck up, all right? You burn my ass. You do not let me get away with mistakes. Like when we were doing the raid the other day, and I got really... Sleep was doing tractor on Corregos, and I was doing damage. I was also supervising the team first damage phase, so I was like very distracted, but I barely did more damage than him, and he was like, hey, why'd you do shitty damage? I told him why. And I changed my loadout, and then I suddenly like started getting close to top fragging. No. Here's the thing. I don't have like editorial control. Just cram Aegis sheets. I mean, that's part of it. It's just like knowing the resources and stuff. Here's the thing. No, I'm definitely like, I'm vocal about my disagreements in style. And the thing is, if you catch an edit of an Astrocross video that I edit, yeah, it'll have a little bit of my flavor on it. But I'm not like a supervising editor. I'm not like a manager. I'm just like a dude. The only time I'm going to be impacting how other people do videos there is, I think, reviewing some scripts. Like, I gave them some information last night. Someone spun a script out of it. I'm going to go and review that script later. That sort of thing. All right, let's do a little warm-up. Let's go back to my favorite slops. Let's go to creation. I have been pimped into Husk of the Pit. Y'all, wait, in a week, I forgot, we get a revamped vault. I'm just a cool guy. I am not cool. Don't pretend I'm cool. I'm not. I'm ridiculous. Okay. So here we go. Let's do a little warm-up. Let's get my Husk of the Pit out of the way, you absolute monsters. So let's, are there plans to do an epic raid Sherpa? Yes, Darkshot. Yes, there are. I am thinking of doing it this Saturday. I'm going to post a poll. I think there are enough people, but here's my requirement for epic Desert Perpetual Sherpas. If I'm going to do a Super Sherpa, if I'm actually going to, like, teach 5 people epic Desert Perpetual, you need to have clears on basic Desert. Not because it's the same raid, but just so that we're not, like, revisiting all the fundamentals, you know? I need to know that you know what a Chronon is. I need to know that you know how the Hourglass works. I really need you to have the basics. Otherwise, it takes so long to explain everything from scratch. So I am thinking of doing that this Saturday. And, like, if anybody's interested, so for those that don't know, I do Super Sherpas. I used to do them once a month. That's going to change with my changing work schedule. But the idea is that I take five players through something for the first time. It used to just be Salvation's Edge. Then it was Desert, but Desert's gotten kind of easy to teach. So I'm going to try to do an epic Desert. And I would like that to be this Saturday if we can swing it. I'll probably post a sign-up later. I have to post the Reddit Roast Me thing. I have to post the sign-up. I want to post the Reddit Roast Me today so that by Saturday, there's like a whole thing I can go through. Toryu, welcome. You taught me the first one, so I'll be fine with that. I do remember taking you through the first one, Darkshot. So I'm not concerned with you joining. But for anybody else that is like, oh man, I want to learn Epic Desert, I am going to say, like, you need base desert clears. Just because there's enough just basic language there that's gonna matter, you know? I'll say it again, if you don't complete the basic desert, you can't do epic. I mean, you can. I've seen people do it. I'm just talking about my teaching. Teaching a Super Sherpa, it's not just about how good the people are with you. It's about, do I know how to teach it, you know? Look at the first time I did Salvation's Edge Super Sherpa versus the versus the most recent time. They used to be like 10 to 11 hours. Now they're consistently closer to like 7. And that's because I got better at teaching it. I learned what worked and what didn't. I learned what do I have to emphasize, what do I leave out, you know? Yeah, no, I get you, Archie. I get you, I get you. Hash, welcome back, sir! Ugh. Oh, this husk. Other than that, I know that, like, folks are, as we get into Renegades, I don't know what the activities are yet. We're going to find some of that out today. So, I mean, there's also going to be stuff to figure out in the future. Like, is that new activity going to be something that really requires some muscle? Is that going to be just a crowd pleaser that everyone wants? Is Is arena ops just going to be so chill that that's how everyone wants to spend their time? Are conquests going to be more or less worth your time than the Vanguard weekly Grandmaster orders? Like, there's a lot of shit that's going to be shaken up, and we're going to have to let it settle and figure out what people care about, what people actually want to focus on. And that's what today's stream is going to be about. I don't know what it is yet. I don't know. Good afternoon. Am I crazy? Did Vidoc not happen yet? It has not happened yet. It has not. We'll be going live with that shortly. Right now, we're just... Whoop! Uh-oh. We're just warming up. We're just chilling out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Burp. What? No, Finn, the Vidoc is going to be happening during the reveal stream. That's starting in a little over a half hour. I'm going to pivot over to that when it happens. I've got my whole thing set up. We're just going to watch it together. We're going to react. And then I'll be streaming for a couple hours after that so we can, like, decompress, talk about it, talk about our impressions. And if you guys want to do anything in the game, I'm here. I got you. I got you. I'm 550. I'm all done on my Warlock for what I need, except I do need the Conquest. I need the Avalon Conquest still. I've only tried it once so far. It's hard, but it seems very doable. So that might be, like, what I do Friday. I'd feel bad asking Ben for help. He fucking soloed that thing, so if I ask him for help, he's just gonna, like, end up chirping. He's just gonna hard carry me through it, and I don't want that. I'm back. Did I hear a contest? No, you did not hear a contest. Not yet. No, after this stream goes live, we'll be able to start really talking about what the game plan for Renegades is actually going to look like. And and I can start sort of assembling my team. I was talking about Avalon, Avalon, because Ben ended up soloing that Avalon Conquest. That's what I was talking about. Maybe that's what Friday is. Maybe Friday is just Avalon shit. Stop, guys, why do you keep making me run Husk of the Pit? Every time I think I'm over how terrible this weapon is, I'm reminded of just how miserable an experience it is to play this gun. Like, I get a little immune to your bullshit sometimes, and then every once in a while, oh. Yeah. All right, there we go. Get on out of here. I'm Sunday starting, and Sunday I'm starting to study. Oh, very cool. Oh, fuck this gun. No, I have a specific plan for what I'd like to do on Sunday. I may give you guys a little bonus stream on Sunday, but it won't be normal if I do. Raggy, welcome. We kept the seat warm for you. This is like terrible as a base linear. Holy shit. Also, we didn't cover it here because it happened on a Monday. But who here saw the the ability tuning article yesterday? Because who here saw the absolute supreme world-shattering W that is Hunter Supers? Yeah, Sleep, that's my only note for you, Sleep, is like when we were in that, you played way too forward, like way too aggressively. Like you got to play a lot further back. I don't know. $20 for Daybreak? What do you mean $20? I'm gonna help with Conquest. I have to do those as well. Dark Shot, the Conquest I'm talking about is Avalon. Darkshot, which Conquests have you done? Because there are 12. I have guides out for the first 10. I'm not making guides for the last 2. I might next season because the leveling system won't be as broken, so I'll actually be able to cover this shit from the top. Rocket, hi bud. I need people from Conquest Avalon this week. I'm posting Discord to see who's up for it. Guys, the more that everyone's talking about it, I think that this is the play. I think that I'm just going to have to do an Avalon stream. I think that is absolutely what it's going to have to be. Because so far, that kind of seems to be what everybody's looking for at the moment. And I need it too. I'll ask Ben if there's ever he's a day he's around for it, but I feel so bad always asking Ben to like, hey, can you just like, can you just carry the community through this? Because he's a lot better at the game than I am, and his builds are way more tuned in. I don't even have barrier right now. Oh, wait, yes I do. Wait, no I don't. Where'd it go? Oh, I'm on the wrong firing mode. Fuck me. Oh, I forgot how good Aberrant Action is. I don't think he does either. I just feel guilty because, like, I can't get on his level, and I'm not gonna get on his level. Like, that's just not gonna happen. Can I get my fucking melee back, please? Like, fucking please? Like, what the fuck is happening? Oh my god, just hurry the fuck up. There we go. How's it? I already ran out of Radiant? Fuck this fucking game, dude. Oh my god. I want to like put a ban on you guys making me run Huska to Pit. It's so obnoxiously bad. Finality's Augur, only thing that kept me alive there. Hello Guardians, hello Catch. Can't wait for next week. No one ever was said of Renegades that I am. I am too, Glenn Paul. I am excited. I'm nervous about the volume of content. We are getting story missions, but I don't think we're getting a location. I don't think we're getting... I think the only real precedent I can think of is House of Wolves back in year one. House of Wolves was my favorite part of Destiny 1 year one. But it was... we got the activity, we got Prison of Elders, and we got a quest line, we got a story quest line, but we didn't get a new destination. But it still felt good. We got a new social space, we got a new activity, and we got a new story. And that looks like what this is going to be. And the thing is, that was a good expansion in my mind. We ran into problems after with the live service, but those problems have been ameliorated. A friend of mine just started a forest fire. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, wow. Look at all us fucking losers over here wearing the same thing. All right, Archie, you redeemed another Rate My Fit. You said this is your favorite shader. What the fuck am I looking at? It looks like, this looks like someone tried to recreate Doug Jones' character in the Shape of Water out of Bionicles. This looks like someone, like, really got lost in the sauce trying to make, like, a Chinese, like, yearly celebration dragon costume, but forgot what they were doing halfway through. I just can't. Thank you, Shadow. Archie, this is a 1 because it's awful. It's really awful. I hate it so much. But it made me feel, my chest tightened. When I saw that, okay? That was disgusting. But that's an emotional point. So that bumps from a 1 to a 2. That gives a little asterisk of like, wow, that took my breath away. That was Unbelievable. Yeah, dude, I've known Astrocross for years. I worked for him years ago. I'm working for him again. I just did some writing for him last night. I don't know. Listen, what is art but the expression of one person to another and our reaction to it? Maybe. I haven't. I've only played with 360 once or twice. I honestly, I don't know what the vibe is. I can't flip and escape that guy. Here's the thing. I have some deep, like, personal, creative disagreements with, like, the Aztecross brand. That's fine. I'm not responsible for that. And I choose not to employ some of those ideas, some of those design decisions in my own stuff. Chestnut, welcome back. Because that's just my prerogative. I'm allowed to disagree with people, but I also need the money. I find he's a deeply entertaining person, and that man is a workaholic to an unbelievable degree. He never stops hustling in a way that I can't keep up with. I just can't. Like, you guys catch me at the end of a 5-hour stream, I'm like, oh, I didn't have an extra fresca. I need a nap. I'm like such a whiny little bitch. Yeah, no, I've known him for years. I started talking to him back in 2022. I worked with him 2023 and 2024. I stepped back because I was sort of butting heads with their creative process, and I had some other shit I cared more about, so I left. They asked me to come back on to help with Renegades. I think literally just as muscle. Like, I'm not special. I'm just someone in their Rolodex, you know? So I started working with them again this week. Talked to him over the weekend. I already forget sleep. I already forgot. He accidentally started stream 30 minutes early. Didn't realize it was live for a full 30 today. That's fucking funny. I've done that. Dude, I did that shit last week. I left my stream on. I was like on my couch fully watching TV. And then the string messaged me. It's like, why are you live? I'm like, oops. All right, guys. Let me put it to you right now. Okay. Bungie has gone live. So they're in their pre-show thing, which is usually just like B-roll or something. Do we want to just pivot over to them? Or should I play the game? Should I just flip to them and then we just sit here and we chill and we shoot the shit for a bit? We could also use it to talk about the ability tuning article from yesterday. Because that was some powerful stuff. They do, but they're live now. They always have like a little pre-show thing or just like a countdown. Rocket Sentry's on that hyper distraction kick. Ooh, I'm getting a split. All right, I'm posting a poll. Glenn Paul, I'm sorry, the poll is happening on Twitch. Here, let me look. Let me see. Video. Let's turn. What's this? Nope, wrong one. Gonna do this. Oh, rip. Hold on a second. Can I? Wait. Oh, where's my cursor? Okay, we're gonna go transform, fit to screen, blurp. Oh, I can't see this because I'm looking at my side monitor. Okay, here we go. It's loading. Can I full screen this? I can't tell. How do I? Okay, I gotta change my monitor. Hold on a sec. Data streaming D2. Yeah, he's on a break to Renegades. He's on a break. Listen, and people are so... What is happening? Show me the stream! Show me the stream! Please. Okay, stream starts soon. Okay. Yeah, okay, so they're not even doing like a pre-roll thing. It's literally just this. Is there any music coming through? Ah! Yep, there's music coming through. Yeah, no, Dado would be insane to not be trying to stream this right now. I am not hyped for Star Wars season. I am part of the community that is like, I do not want... Star Wars is already a largely creatively sort of bankrupt entity at the moment. I am not I am worried that leaning on Star Wars will make this feel less uniquely Destiny, less vital and less interesting. I hope to be wrong about that, but we will see. We will see. We will see. Welcome, Bearded. Okay, so yeah, this is all it is right now. It just says stream starting soon, so I'm gonna keep playing the game. Guys, what should I do for the next 15 minutes? What do you want to see me do? Or does someone want to knock something out real quick? Yeah, no, the thing has not happened yet. Just let me have my lightsaber, yell at clouds later, old man. I just don't know. I don't get it. I don't get, like, why do you need nostalgia in your Destiny? I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but to me, I'm like, that's not... Listen, also... Hold on, let me just infuse this into fucking something real quick. So, y'all know that I am a proponent of Star Trek. Not at the expense of Star Wars. They're different things. They mean different things. They do different things. They are just different things. But Star Trek is a thing that I'm a big fan of. There is one singular piece of Star Trek representation in this game. Just one. Let me find it for you. There is just one overt Star Trek reference in Destiny that I am aware of. I can't find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it, you guys. It's make or break right now, Destiny 2. I hope they won't screw it up. There's been a tremendous pivot in the priorities of the development team. I think that to say it's make or break is true, but it's a little broad. And if we look at what has happened over the last 6 months, they changed the direction of the game. Everyone hated it and bounced off, and the reputation tanked even lower than it already had. So once Bungie saw that, a couple of things happened. One, DMG started getting a lot more vocal and solicitous in terms of getting information. Two, Pete Parsons left and was replaced with a new studio head. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Is it over here? And between those two things, the... we've seen a pivot. Like, look at all the buffs that are coming. The kind of buffs that we're getting right now are not anything we would have seen prior. You redeem Rate My Fit? I'll get you in a second. You have RDR2. Wait, why do I have to eat your butt because you have a collector's edition Xbox? What does that mean? Is it a blue? No, dude. I have this emote. What the fuck is happening? Sorry, I'm so... Oh, yeah, this is a good one. This is an Arrested Development meme. There's another Arrested Development meme in here that I really like. These are fun. Star Wars is better than what? Yeah, I don't know. I'm sick of having the Star Wars conversation because, like, there's no point in fighting people's nostalgia. You know, your brain's wired in a certain way. You like it wired that way. You don't want to change it. I have no reason to change that. You know? Here it is. Yeah, here it is. This is the only... Here we go. This is the only overt Star Trek reference in Destiny. This is it. This is all the representation I have. And yet, I continue to play this game day in and day out. Alright? This is it. This is all I've gotten, and it's all I'm ever gonna get. Oh, right. Shit, you can't see it. Oh my god, I'm an idiot! Burp. Okay. Ready? Here we go. Boop. That's it. That's it. That is all the Star Trek I have in this game. It's all I'm ever going to get. I am hyped for Renegades. I'm not hyped for Star Wars. I don't give a fuck about Star Wars being in this game. That is called the Riker Maneuver. That is called the Riker Maneuver. So, in Star Trek, there is a character named William T. Riker. The actor is 6 feet, 4 inches tall. And he is so tall that when he goes to sit down in the show, he sits down by swinging his legs over the back of the chairs and sitting down because he is so tall. That is a meme. You just got Strand Titan yesterday. Had a lot of fun using it. Wishful ignorance. Yeah, Strand Titan's cracked. Strand Titan's absolutely cracked. I recommend it over Prismatic and a lot of things. I'm going to put my phone on the Bungie stream, but I'll stay here. You don't have to stay here. You do what you want. The Warlock Rift gets almost double the size from like 3.5 to 5. Yes, it does. I mean, I haven't listened to it yet. We could listen to it together. I mean, I could flex some of my music muscles. And I could try to break down what's going on with the music. You do music too, Rocket, right? Don't you do jazz stuff? Or am I thinking of someone else? No, Chestnut, I'm just like... I just don't... I think... Nostalgia is such a waste of time. Just fundamentally, from a commercial standpoint, from a personal standpoint, from a growth standpoint, nostalgia is nice. It feels good. But it's not additive. Right? When you do nostalgia, you're not inviting new people into a thing. You're not growing a thing. You're not developing it. You're not evolving it. You're enabling a state of arrested development. I think nostalgia is fine. I think when nostalgia is a target, I think when nostalgia is a goal, then you've lost the plot. If all you can do is try to remind people how they felt a while ago, you're fucking up for a couple reasons. One, you're not actually being creative, which is a sin in and of itself, in my opinion. Two, you are not giving people new things to latch onto. Three, you're at risk of misunderstanding why people cared about the original thing to begin with. And four, the most valuable thing a nostalgia piece can be is a pipeline to get new people into the old thing. Which, again, from a business standpoint, has its values, but creatively, it just doesn't mean anything, right? It's just very flat. So if all you're ever targeting is nostalgia, like Star Wars typically does, you are creatively bankrupt. That's it. That is not a controversial opinion. It's just that most people that are going to that do consume things strictly for nostalgia are going to feel attacked. And if you feel attacked, consider that. Consider why. Charles Cornell, he's a pianist, likely an instructor that breaks down music for video games, and they are so good. Green Hill Zone theme, and I was hooked. I mean, yeah, I mean, music, theoretical and historical analysis is really interesting. No, I do enjoy fun chat, but here's the thing. I enjoy fun chat when we're talking about something. If all you're saying is, I'm nostalgic for Star Wars good, you're not saying anything. Star Wars is one of the most popular entertainment franchises on the planet. That'd be saying like, bread. Like, yeah, bread's pretty good. It's bread. We're not actually talking about anything. You're just onomatopoeing your food experience. So when I see... And that's the needle that I've been looking for Renegades to thread, is if Renegades is going to... Hold on, I'm going to turn on... I want to turn on the music for the stream because I want to hear what Rocket's talking about. If you're going to make an expansion that is based on Star Wars, I'm very dubious of that because Star Wars itself, with the exception of Andor, has proven that it's primarily interested in nostalgia. It's primarily interested in chasing the past. and how something made you feel 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. And that to me is a waste of time, it's a waste of money, and it disrespects the intelligence of the audience. And that is the thing that I think scares me about Renegades, is is Destiny out of creative juice? Thing is this to go both ways. If all they do is pile on the nostalgia stuff, I think we're fucked. Because even though people are going to say like, wow, it was a great Star Wars thing, but I just didn't have it for me. Like, that's how the articulation comes out. When something is so built into nostalgia, people don't always know how to articulate that. They're not going to say, it leaned too heavy into the nostalgia because this, that, this, that. They'll just say, no, it made me happy on the surface, but like, I don't know, it just didn't click with me. Like, if people start saying that, that is a sign that I'm correct. And that my fears have come true. What I am hoping will be the case is that they have used the aesthetic of Star Wars to tell their own story. That is what they keep claiming they're going to do. But with Edge of Fate, they said they were trying to do their spin on a Metroidvania. And I could see how Metroidvania's inspired them, but the Metroidvania, it was not, you know? Chestnut, they're always gooning the ribbon. Rocket is hard on for it. Gojo's usually not available on Tuesdays. I think they have school. They tried something new with 8 and 9 and they bombed. They did not bomb. No, they didn't, Shadow. They tried something new with 8, which did not bomb. It was critically acclaimed and a commercial success. And it sparked division in the fan base. 9 did not try to do anything new. 9 did the opposite. 9 walked back all the interesting things. I maintain, Star Wars has 3 movies. All right? Don't make me go on my Star Wars has 3 movies left. 8 did try to do something new, and it explicitly tried to evaluate the function of nostalgia within Star Wars. And for that reason, I love it. Flawed movie though it is, I love that movie. 9 was a complete garbage fire, because even though it gave you all the sweet stuff you wanted on the surface, where was the substance? Why did Kylo and Rey kiss? Why is she a Skywalker? Why Exegol? Why all these things? If it took them so long to build one Death Star, how'd they build 10,000? How did they miniaturize it? Why are there horses on... Like, the movie is just not only kind of frustrating as, like, a piece of film, but, like, as a piece of Star Wars, it was the nostalgia bait. Why did Leia give Chewie her medal? That was never a plot point. That was something fans bitched about, you know? Like, 9 was like the cardinal sin. 9 killed my enthusiasm for the franchise, and it's why I don't consider myself a Star Wars fan anymore. I like the Star Wars I like. I like the original. I like Empire. I do like 3. I like Andor so much. So much. No, Shadow, but I mean, I don't think you can really dismantle any of my points. I really don't. I'm not telling you not to enjoy Star Wars. I'm saying that I'm saying that if the only reason you enjoy Star Wars is because it makes you feel like the good old days, you could be doing better things with your time. You could be finding art that is more inspiring, more enriching, and actually moves things forward. I think that if you're at a point where all you're doing is chasing things that make you feel the way you did before, you're stuck. And I mean... That is going to come across as condescending and insulting. But that is, I think, the problem with nostalgia as a primary motivator. And people will say, Star Wars 8 tried to do everything new. They brought back the Yoda puppet. What? You want to talk nostalgia bait? They brought back the fucking Yoda puppet, you know? Andor good world building, though? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Andor stood on its own as a show. Andor was not a nostalgia grab. Andor... This is my point, and this is the distinction I'm trying to make. Just because you are indulging in nostalgia, just because you have nostalgic elements, does not mean that you are nostalgia baiting. That's different. Nostalgia baiting is like a legacy sequel. Star Wars The Force Awakens is largely nostalgia bait, because it is a soft reboot of the original Star Wars movie. Star Wars 8... less so, because it is thematically founded on the idea that it's moving away from that stuff and trying to investigate new ideas while retaining the core identity of the thing. calling Andor a nostalgia grab is really disingenuous because Andor, while it was setting up Rogue One, if you never see Rogue One, Andor still fucking slaps. If you never see another ounce of Star Wars, Andor stands on its own. Andor is a much more thoughtful story with much more well-written characters and well-developed politics. And there are meaningful consequences for every decision a character makes that doesn't necessarily have to ripple out to everything else. It does explain something else, but again, even if you never ever see where Andor leads, it's worth the watch on its own. No, Shadow, you are missing the point. You can engage in nostalgia without it being the primary driving force behind what you're doing. You can do that. Right? You can do that. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying nostalgia is a bad thing in and of itself. I'm saying if nostalgia is the goal, if you're saying, I need to check one box with this thing, and it is make me feel nostalgia, that's a trap. That's a mistake. Because I'll tell you what, Andor, most of the time, I forgot I was watching a Star Wars show until like, oh yeah, get this fucking CD to over to flip-flap over there. I'm like, oh yeah, this is Star Wars. That's the thing. I don't enjoy mindless space fantasy. I don't. I want there to be some teeth to it. I want there to be something hefty behind it. I want it to be deeper and more meaningful. And I find that Star Wars is usually not that, and that's fine. That's not for me. Andor frustrates me because it is so good on its own. Like, Andor, here's the thing. I think that Star Wars and Andor, if you separate them, they're both better, right? Star Wars might actually be worse. But, like, if you take the Andor out of Star Wars, it's more internally consistent because it's all kind of sloppy sci-fi space fantasy. Enjoy it, have fun, it's great. But when you have this one cerebral political drama in the middle of it that actually succeeds at being a political drama, it kind of makes the whole thing feel like, well, wait, this is like a totally different bar of quality, you know? But then if you go to... yeah, of course I did. Last Jedi is one of 3 Star Wars movies, because most of the other ones are just Star Wars 4. If you take Andor, if you take all the Star Wars out of Andor completely, Andor is still an amazing show. That's like a really easy litmus test, you know? That's a really easy litmus test. All right, let me listen to some of this music. So... what are you guys talking about? Give me, drop an actual criticism of 8. Hit me with it, because I have criticisms of that movie. Yeah, that's fair. I don't care about Star Wars, I care about this game succeeding. I've only watched 1 film. Yeah, Glenn Paul. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And that's my point, because you got people out here that don't care about Star Wars. And if Bungie is... that's what I'm saying. Is if Bungie is going to is going to use the Star Wars aesthetic to tell their own rich, intriguing story, I'm so on board. I think that's fun. I think that's creative. I think that there's a difference between an homage and chasing nostalgia. And Shadow, you really need to understand the difference between nostalgia baiting and utilizing nostalgia. There's an important distinction there. That's where, you know, Solo, the movie Solo, that's nostalgia bait. That didn't meaningfully change our understanding of anything regarding Han Solo. It just sort of explained every single detail about it. Andor, on the other hand, if you completely remove it on Star Wars, is a fulfilling tale in and of itself. You know? And yeah, so I'm not a big Star Wars guy. I know it well. Oh, I think we're in it. I know Star Wars very well. I do. And I don't want Destiny 2 to just be a Star Wars fanfic. I don't want that. I really, really don't. I want Destiny to be Destiny. I like Destiny for what it is. Once again, Shadow, I said it earlier. If you feel called out by the fact that... If you feel called out by my criticisms of nostalgia baiting, you need to reflect on that. Or you can choose to.
You are supposed to protect the people, not rule them. The time of guardians as shepherds of humanity is over.
No!
I've been waiting so long for this. Dredge and hope.
Dredge and hope? Yeah, he got old in Edge of Fate.
Me a vision I can't shake. New Cabal, the Barrent Imperium, sprung up out of nowhere across the system. That doesn't just happen. It's the Nine, and I'm putting together a crew to prove it. What do you say?
To prove it, I like that. That is actually, that line means a lot to me.
Welcome to the new Mars. Now the only law on Tharsis is the gun on your hip and the light in your hands. You'll do well here. I don't relish doing business with these leeches. But we need to find out what the Dredgen are after.
You crave justice. Why die for a criminal?
Why do you hate your own kind so much? It's time to take the fight to the Imperium.
New crossbow. Oh yeah, the jetpack.
Finish it. And the Imperium is yours to lead. You will fall. The next time we meet.
Only one play left.
Good trailer. It's a good trailer. Yep. What I'm liking about this so far is I really like that he said that I'm setting out to prove it.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome
Very
to
good
Bungie,
trailer.
or, our cantina today. We have converted our stream room in celebration of our upcoming release, Destiny 2 Renegades, collaborative effort with Lucasfilm Games. We are so excited.
Yeah, I like that they said that we're going to be doing Drifter said that we're trying to prove it. What that tells me is that it's not just going to be whiz-bang Star Wars, go kill the bad guy. It's going to be more Forsaken-y, more mystery-based. Like, we need to be tracking something down. That is a much more interesting story, Ben, for me.
Additionally, our community team, hey community team, love you. They're going to be going through chat throughout this stream and after we raid Leopard Stealth, one of our good friends. We have 25 Year of Prophecy digital editions to be handing out. So make sure your DMs are open. Keep an eye out for a DM from Bungie. And yeah, you might get yourself a code for a platinum platform that we offer. So what are we talking about here today? We just had our launch trailer. Destiny 2 Renegades is launching in 7 days. Countdown right now. 7 days from now, you're going to be in there playing. We got blasters. We got the Praxic Blade.
Guys, is the volume okay?
We have a new Vidoc that actually we are sharing today. And this is going to be called Making of a Renegade. So after we watch our Vidoc, we have a panel of developers on the
Chestnut,
couch.
daily players are still between like 300,000 and 500,000. You're just talking about
coming
numbers.
with this experience, full of loot, full of fun experiences.
Destiny's still pretty big on console.
So without further ado, let's watch a new Vidoc, Vidoc 2, Making of a Renegade.
All right, here we go. This is it. This is the juice.
This is Destiny with the Star Wars lens, like this really cool combination that hasn't been done before.
I can't wait to take the Praxic Blade to Mars.
Don't be a ridiculous fan. Just stay cool.
Wait, we gotta swat it up and play through. Oh, yeah.
God, fuck you, Titans.
This is why
Always
we got
getting
the
the good
games
shit.
in the first place.
I do too.
Early on, we developed this North Star, authentically Destiny, unmistakably Star Wars.
it has to be something that feels like a Destiny story. It can't feel like a one-off. This can't feel like a side quest, right? Like this has to be a continuation of the Fate saga.
I had this vision. I knew it came from the Nine.
But with Star Wars beats and Star Wars visual.
This was uncharted territory for Lucasfilm Games, and that this is the first time we're telling a story inspired by Star Wars within a different universe.
At the heart of I think every Guardian's identity is this healthy, independent, rebellious streak.
We were excited to actually explore that scoundrel fantasy, bounty hunters, the syndicates going out and doing jobs with a ragtag team. We took inspiration from Star Wars to ensure the scale, visual language, soundtrack, and cinematic storytelling in Renegades delivered on everything fans will have come to expect from the franchise.
The Praxic Blade collaboration stands out to me.
Because lightsabers are so iconic, it was absolutely critical to get that balance right.
The team at Lucasfilm Games was just so solutions focused. It wasn't, no, it has to be this way. It was a lot of back and forth and asking questions about how would this work? Well, let's talk about it. All right, oh, so we need a different energy source. Okay, what would that look like?
It was all about what is best for the player.
Yeah, no, this is not just
when we announced this collaboration with the studio, James may or may not have been wearing a fighter pilot helmet.
Yeah. Destiny and Star Wars shared that same beating heart. I was like, oh, this is gonna be special.
I'm actually getting some elements of James Horner in the soundtrack. Some of those more sweeping and piercing strings.
We
that's
were
not
given
very,
such a unique challenge. How can we achieve the aesthetic and the feel of Star Wars without losing the narrative threads that we've created so far for Destiny at the same time?
It wasn't until we found our footing with creating a foundation in Destiny that things started to click together.
I remember the first time that we went down to San Francisco.
I think that was from Edge of Fate.
We had this really big meeting where it was the Destiny narrative folks on one side and the Star Wars narrative folks on the other side. We broke the ice by just asking, what's the bad version?
She had a throne world. She's fine.
We had a really good laugh over what that looked like. And through that, we kind of uncovered that this should be the aesthetic, the vibe of Star Wars with the truth to Destiny's narrative that we knew needed to be there too. We begin 2 months after the Edge of Fate has happened. The world has moved and changed, and we're still trying to figure out what Binding the Nine means.
The Vanguard have redacted the prophecy of extinction.
They don't want the public to panic over this prophecy.
No, I don't have that Star Wars, Star Trek
asking us to help him break Vanguard law
totally
for good reason, to confront a new rising faction of Cabal called the Baron Imperium. It's what drives Eris to help the Drifter out, as well as the player Guardian.
When we were thinking about what kinds of characters should be in this release, we thought about the kinds of archetypes we see throughout Star Wars.
Yeah, and Drifter is an easy parallel. He and Han Solo share a cocky attitude, both former criminals.
In Star Wars, there's a plethora of sassy droids. We have our own version of that through Ghosts, and Blue is no exception.
Oh, look. Thanks for nothing.
Blue is a Drifter's ghost, and I think as soon as people hear her, they'll be delighted and incredibly surprised.
Our voice cast is stacked. Dredgen Bale is portrayed by Alex Lee, who is amazing.
You are supposed to protect the people, not rule them.
And we also got Hollywood actual royalty Danny Houston to play Premier Loom, the head of the Baron Imperium.
Danny Houston?
Being able to work with someone from that kind of IMDb page was such an honor, and I was completely normal the whole time.
Surrender to the Baron Imperium.
Loom became this sweeping militaristic figure that I think is going to be a really good parallel to Grand Moff Tarkin or other evil military leaders from the Empire.
So even though we're introducing new characters, we're still looking backwards at some of Destiny lore's most long-standing characters. Honor is another example of that. She's our Praxic warlock.
She's loosely meant to be a parallel to something like a Jedi in Star Wars. She was part of a Vanguard internal affairs group that would police Guardians on the usage of darkness.
Don't make me regret abandoning my post to help you.
Not now, Honor.
Yeah, she has to grow up with the times a little
that
bit
Laura Bailey
because the
again?
world has changed and a whole lot of people are using darkness now.
It
and
does
she gets
bum
to
me
grow.
because we've known about the
and kind of
Praxic
ask
Order for a
herself, like,
while.
am
To
I
see
still
them
adhering
being
to my own
Jedi coded,
values if
that's kind of what I mean.
allow
It's
myself to
like
be open to these kinds of ideas?
I don't want
belongs with
Destiny to
us.
cheapen
The
itself
Drifter
by
left your cult long ago.
mimicking.
And then there's Bale, Dredgen Bale.
Dredgen is a dark guardian that represents absolute darkness.
Dredgen Bale doesn't like the fact that we're ruled by a city of immortals who can't step down and that weren't elected. He's got kind of a point,
Thank
but
God!
his methods
Oh,
for
thank
addressing that
God!
point suck. He makes many bad choices.
This is good. I've been talking about this
One of my
for
favorite
months.
parts about a lot of villains in Star Wars is that they
Yeah, no,
have
that's a sick helmet.
just like the capability of making a right choice and then consistently do not make good choices.
Bale is trying to fill a hole in his life in all the wrong ways.
And he just can't, and he never will. But man, we're gonna hope that he does someday.
The time of guardians as shepherds of humanity is over.
I'm so glad they're finally addressing the post-Splicer political situation in the Last City. I have been begging them.
This has been an opportunity.
Yeah,
You
Rocket,
love
that's
Destiny,
good.
You love Star Wars. You want to do something with both. What are you going to put into it?
Oh my God, it was such a challenge at first, finding that sweet spot of how do we make something that can live in both worlds and not feel out of place in either, but also feel totally new and exciting. It wasn't always about where do we find the exact middle ground, 50-50
like
Star Wars and
Rollerball
Destiny,
from
because at
Westworld.
that point, you're feeling almost a little derivative.
There's those moments along the
It is
way when
derivative.
you were like, this is just Star Wars. This is not the purpose of the collaboration. We want to have something kind of new that
Good.
makes you think of both.
Good.
I remember when we were trying to figure out what we're going to do with our new Cabal.
We started in that place where it's just Cabal wearing a stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until we injected more of that weird alien design of a lot of these armor sets. That was kind of what switched it over from this is too derivative to this is really working. I think it comes through in the visuals in every single map. There are little Easter eggs and little treats here and there that we hit around, and Lucasfilm Games has been awesome at collaborating with us.
They
and
do.
even putting
And
some of their
this
input
This
onto
is sort
our
of
maps
putting
so
my
we can
mind at
really
ease.
give
And this is
the
exactly,
players
they are
something
articulating
exciting.
exactly what I was trying to say earlier, which is if all you're doing is chasing
The
an
switch
old
flipped in my
feeling,
head, like, oh,
you're doing yourself
we
a
would
disservice.
never done this without this collaboration.
Start with that old
with
feeling
the
and say, what
syndicates.
made me feel
Yeah.
that way?
We're going
and then
places
build something
with
new on top of
the
it.
Vex.
That's
and the
creativity.
Lixini and the Cabal that
And
we
that's-
really
that's
weren't
what I
gonna go
want this
before.
expansion to be.
And trench coats.
And trench coats, yeah. We have Vex in trench coats that are playing cards. It's so awesome, and I don't think we would have dared do that if we didn't have this opportunity.
No, and it was the perfect time in our universe to do it too. The Star Wars fans on the team just start coming out, telling their stories about what they're excited to build, and far be it from me to get in the way.
We make a lot of weapons in Destiny. How do you take a weapon in Destiny, which we have literal like 4 digits of guns, and
Understatement.
right, and make something that feels new but also does justice for Star Wars? And Blaster was really obviously the choice. They're roughly in 2 groups. There's dynamic blasters, which are intended to be harder hitting, firing a ton.
Yeah, these are the heat sink
Brute
weapons. If you played Mass Effect 1,
And then we have a number of balance blasters.
similar system.
As you're shooting and the heat is building up, you're going to have a venting opportunity where you can hit a perfect vent. It's like functionally a reload, so you can start shooting again much faster.
Sweet. I gotta ask though, what about those Cabal blasters? Are they accurate?
What difficulty are you playing on? We have swords in Destiny, but we don't have a Praxic sword. We don't have
We
a
do not.
lightsaber approximate. It's an exotic primary weapon that's kinetic, where you can reflect a bunch of blasts, kill enemies with it, and throw it out and get a ton of damage.
Yep. Very
Having the
strange.
sandbox be able to explore this new like ability ecosystem with renegade abilities.
Primary means that block might be unlimited unless there's a cooldown.
We've taken so much of this opportunity and turned it into what
I don't know
we can
about it.
make
As a
grow.
primary,
Every corner of the game, from the art, the design, the audio, the music, the UI, the rewards,
Whoa,
completely
what was that UI
infused
clip?
with the magic of the collaboration. It's really been a real treat to be a part of.
Yeah, super satisfying.
I don't know. I mean, it'll look nice in primary, but like, how much are you actually going to use a primary melee weapon? Like, think about GMs. Think about Ultimate Conquest. Think about raids. How often are you actually going to be using that? It'll be fun
Good
in the
morning,
campaign,
everybody.
but I don't know about after that.
Didn't mean to wake you up with that beat, sorry.
Missed a little bit,
The
Mike.
overarching theme for this was to create a score for this release that felt like it was cohesive as a whole.
Good, because Edge of Fate was not.
We're all talking to each other and collaborating with each other.
Oh, finally, something a little
We were able to explore different ways of orchestrating,
sounding.
different ways of writing with the orchestra that expand on the Destiny palette and make it fresh and new. When I look at the Star Wars scores, there were certain elements that naturally fit string flourishes or wood flourishes that would play into a certain moment. When it's like, oh, I know I want something to feel more Williams, so I'll push it. Not this Williams, the John Williams. I'll push it more in that world.
Another thing too is the amount of percussion. I had some ideas that felt more full-on Star Wars, and once you like flesh out the percussion arrangement, it instantly sounds more Destiny as a result.
For me, a lot of it was about framing, where when I
It is
use a lot of the
Rocket.
Destiny
I'm excited for a
themes,
meta
how I
shift.
set
I'm
them
just-
up and how I'm transitioning in and
until I
out
can
of
see the
moments
perks on
are
that
much more
sword.
Star Warsy in terms of the harmony and orchestration.
I don't know if I could be convinced.
I
that
think
it's
the
gonna
most
be,
exciting part about this was the opportunity
be
to
meta.
work with these guys
Titan
and
sword
Mike.
build, yeah.
You definitely made it a point to kind of bring us together and listen to each other's
What about
music.
the new artifact, Rocket?
Brendan, you wrote something with the most beautiful oboe solo in it, and it drives me nuts that I didn't think of it first.
No one wanted to follow Brendan, is what it came down to.
A good oboe
Brendan's
solo can
cues
break
just
your
sound
heart.
amazing from the start.
We don't know
I
how the block
remember
works on it,
Nolan,
though.
your
So.
first high action cue. Everyone was like, whoa! Because it's really fast, really intense. Josh kept on like spinning around and looking at you.
Humans have to play this. Jeez.
Destiny has like so many themes, and that's like a great vehicle for doing the Star Wars spin.
Our first meeting was discussing that main theme, and I remember hearing it for the first time.
Oh, finally breaking out of the fucking.
And everybody kind of perked up
Dominant
when
fifth.
we all heard it. We're all having ideas that were just a little bit different from one another. That was all sort of impacted what the final version of the theme was.
Dredge and Bale. That kind of
2 month
teed off
time
the main
skip sleep,
theme,
2 months.
And the fact that we were exploring the idea of this kind of anti-Guardian character set in this story of scoundrels. We wanted something that would be a backbone to tell a longer arc story. It has a layer of ominousness to it. It has a layer of mystery to it, but it can be turned other ways.
I felt a sense of menace.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chestnut. That Rocket is saying
I'm
that
just
that's
excited to
the benefit. Is it stops
to
you from doing the
experience
same
it
thing
with
every
players.
season.
Just really hope that personally I've written something that they can really connect with and love, and if
I
I, can
have a
cause a
similar
couple of
feeling,
goosebumps
dude.
in there, I'll take that as a bonus too.
I hope players get taken on a journey that inspires them and makes them feel like this world is really unique and really special.
My favorite feeling as a creator is getting to watch someone's look of like absolute surprise.
I want players to feel hope, that exciting, boundless potential. that Destiny has and world of possibility that Star Wars unlocked.
I've been waiting so long for this.
Did you guys notice how much screen time in that Vidoc they dedicated to trying to say, like, we promise it's Destiny, we promise it's Destiny? It's because I'm not alone in this. A lot of people feel this fear.
All right, welcome back to the Cantina. So what you just saw was our second Vidoc, making of a Renegade, or what it takes to make a Renegade. This is our moment to really peel back the curtain and show you how games are made. It's a monumental effort, and what you saw, it was a mix of our narrative design, audio, our collaboration efforts with Lucasfilm Games. Many thanks to everyone involved. Also, a few folks that weren't pictured there, ranging from design, production, test. Even a shout out, I got to give it to IT for keeping our computers running, and our services folks too for keeping our servers running. So today we're going to be talking about the Lawless Frontier.
That's
this
not what
is
I'm talking about at all,
coming
Shadow.
with
That's
Destiny
not
2
even
Renegades,
my point.
and we have three
totally unrelated
developers on our couch to talk us through what we're seeing.
This,
It'll be a fun
this
deep dive.
fucking
So
guy in
without
the
further
beanie,
ado,
he always
let's get
comes
some
out saying
introductions.
like, oh yeah,
Eric
we got a
Smith, we'll
Titan
start
thing
with
that
you.
might be a little too hot. but
Damage
we'll see.
04.
This guy,
Yes.
every
My
time
name
Eric
is
Smith
Eric
sits on the
Smith.
fucking
I
couch,
am,
Titans are about to
combat design
blow
lead on
everyone else
Destiny
out of the
2.
fucking ecosystem.
You may
fucking
know me
watch.
from my work where I was the design lead on the Strand subclasses.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Mike, we'll see.
I started kind of
That's
making
the thing. I want them to thread that needle. I like the Star Wars aesthetic. I think it works very well in Destiny in particular.
Awesome.
What I want to make
next
sure
up,
of
Tom
is that
Farnsworth.
it
This is
doesn't
the first
feel like
time
a Star
that you
Wars
and I are in a
game.
stream together, but
I
quick
play
introduction
Destiny
for folks
because
that
I
may
like
not have seen you in
Destiny.
previous Vidocs.
You know?
So I'm Tom, the creative lead for Renegades, and I've been at Bungie for like, I don't know, I can't even remember, like 13, 14 years.
Yeah, he's been there a minute.
Worked on Destiny 1, Destiny 2.
Yeah, he is. That man, every time he
highlights for probably,
casually
like,
says
Dreaming
something about an
City,
upcoming Titan
Season of the
ability,
Splicer,
like just
30th and into Light,
retire
most
your
recent
hunter, delete
things I
your
worked on
warlock.
leading this, but this has been an absolute blast to work on.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for joining us today. And last but not least, our grid skipper aficionado, Taylor Bjorndal. How you doing?
Great. Yeah, I'm Taylor Bjorndal.
Yeah, Chestnut.
Associate
Who'd have thought?
Web
Who'd have thought?
designer. Here to talk about all the rewards and blasters and the practice played and all the other stuff we made for you to chase.
Awesome. Yeah, so just for folks, if you end up missing anything, if we go a little bit fast, we got a lot to pack through. We'll have a VOD on Twitch and YouTube after this. And if you missed our Vidoc or the launch trailer, those will be uploaded as well. So what we're seeing on screen right now, we're launching into our Lawless Frontier activity. Tom, I would love to put the spotlight on you. Let's give a quick description. What is the Lawless Frontier?
So the Lawless Frontier is our core game mode in Renegades. You're going to play through some of the campaign, but it's really what comprises our end game.
Campaign.
And the idea is that you're a renegade, you're taking on these shady jobs like bounty hunting, smuggling and sabotage from our syndicates, and you're doing so to increase your notoriety, your
Keep a
power,
close eye on this. We're
and
actually
your
going to see these
riches,
swords in
and of course
action.
to get some sweet loot.
Yeah, and when you talk about bounty hunting, sabotaging, that kind of stuff, those are different types of this activity, right?
Yeah, their bounty hunting is all about taking out a key
30-minute
syndicate
timer,
boss.
track down bounty
Sabotage is
target.
about blowing the heck out of everything with your renegade abilities. Dropping airstrikes on Cabal
Okay, it is
vehicles.
special ammo. Good,
And smuggling
good.
is about grabbing everything that isn't tied down.
Yep. In true fashion, when you're going into a dangerous spot, you got to just grab whatever you can find, right?
Yep.
So today we're going to be focusing on a bounty
that's a
hunt, and
machine
I believe
gun.
you
It's
said this is kind of like a
900.
quintessential Destiny vibe of an activity, right?
Yeah, it's probably the closest to a traditional Destiny activity, but you're going to start in the ready room, which is kind of a unique experience, and you're going to be able to pick your renegade abilities in there from your little shank buddy that's in there. You'll hop aboard Hawk, and you'll drop down to the destination. You
Yeah,
can see
look,
we're
it is
already
not chunking down damage.
On
See what
one
I
of the
mean?
Mars maps that we have, there are all these jobs take place across Mars, Venus, and Europa, and there's 2 maps on each destination.
Two maps on each
This is Hellas
destination.
Fortitude, and right now we're doing a bounty hunt, and we're working to draw out the intel officers to track down where our target is. After this, there'll be resurgence of the security forces of that target. They'll have a classic boss fight, but with a bunch of wrinkles thrown
This
in for
player is
gameplay
twitchy
here
as
of
hell.
things, hazards that are at play. Your abilities.
Yeah, I'm interested in the
maybe
heavy
invader,
sniper. I definitely
which we'll
wanna
talk
see
about
more of it.
later.
Mhm.
And then you'll exfil with your bounty and get some loot and take that back to our social space, Tharsis Junction, where you'll be able to spend
Yeah,
your
this is their
currencies
Helldivers
to
mode.
buy some of the cool blasters, or maybe some of the cosmetics and customizations for the practice blade we're going to talk about later.
Awesome. Yeah, and I mean, so as we're going through this, we're going to be seeing a lot of abilities that players know and love on screen, but we have new abilities, Renegade abilities, that are going to be for this activity. And Eric, you're going to be our person of knowledge here.
Yeah.
What do we got on screen?
Yeah, so Renegade Abilities is a new ability system we have in Renegades. What you do is we have a brand new button for you to press. That's going to be R3 on the controller and then Z on the keyboard. And that's going to kind of switch you into a different mode that gives you new abilities for your grenade and your melee. That sends out one of these tokens. We have here on the screen, you can see we have one called Revitalize that heals you.
I did not, Mike.
And provides you with ability energy. And then we have the other one, which is the Deflector Shield, which is this zone I can sit inside and shoot out of. And
not fully extract. No, again, think more Helldivers and Arc Raiders.
For my allies who are inside the shield,
because it's not competitive.
Amplify them and then jolt any enemies who pass through it. And all of these have 7 levels of upgrades. So when you first start, they will have certain functionality and certain strength. And as you upgrade them, they're going to get better and better. And they really change the gameplay, right? Like they're kind of these pocket supers almost.
I like it.
That as a hunter, I'm able to be like, I'm going to build support, right? I'm going to choose these 2 support renegade abilities and make sure my team has what they need to survive this tough environment. You can also see in this mode we have non-regenerating health. So things like that Revitalize,
they would have said something.
Renegade ability are really going to come in handy to be like, we need to take a break and heal. Let's pop over here to some safety, and anyone can build into that if that's what they want. You know, we have
this
things
is looking more like
vehicles
Gambit
that you
than
can
Helldivers.
pull in, or you can call down from your ship. So that's one thing. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah, well, before we get to the ship, actually, let's talk a little bit more about the health mechanics in here. Because we had this in some previous activities like Nether, and we got a ton of great feedback on like how much you get back, how you get it back, and I've seen already in this activity, as you're going through, there are some pots, there's some ways that you can get it. There are the Renegades abilities, but Tom, if you want to talk a little bit more about it.
We took Nether as a base, but I'd say this is a little bit more forgiving. The way that health works is, you've got a large pool of health. It does not regenerate at the top level, but if you get down to 0, it will regenerate to the base shield, so you're going to suffer the red flashing screen. And you can either use a normal sandbox like a rift, a healing, a support weapon. You can crack open these pots that have those little healing orbs you can see on the screen to get some of your health back. Or you can use things like Revitalize and like build your Renegade abilities into kind of dealing with those kind of challenges we're putting in front of you. And one thing that I really like about this mode is like we've got Expert, Master, Grandmaster, and on Grandmaster you're really gonna need to use all these abilities that kind of like coordinate with your teammates and kind of build.
This is a heavy sniper, and it is. Awesome. It doesn't have a scope.
So going back to, you had mentioned the ship when we're using our Renegade abilities. And I think earlier, outside of the Vex Dome, there was kind of like an airstrike that happened too, right?
Yeah, we have a strafing run that you can upgrade, and your ship, so the one that you have customized and put your shader on, will fly through the arena and drop bombs in sequence, right? And as I upgrade this, it gets more and more devastating until it like is, beyond any of the supers we have in the game.
What's that? A special crossbow.
Incredible.
Okay.
There's another one that is the Cabal drop pod, and what that does is, if you're familiar with the Cabal drop pod, it is this.
It might be changeable, but that's what it looked like. That was a heavy sniper rifle with an iron sight. Yeah.
And in this case, it is almost like a supply drop because it's full of ammo. And it's also going to squish anything under us. And it does incredible damage. Not only that, but it will damage you and your teammates. So you got to be really careful.
It looks more fun than Gambit, I'll give it that.
Just delete them. You got to be careful where you drop this.
Offensive supply drop.
Yeah, but you can be the Cabal now. You can turn it around on them.
Yeah. So,
look at this. This is how
I'd love to talk about the blasters that our players have been using. So, in the Vidoc, we were talking about the balanced blaster and the dynamic blaster. Can you break down each, just a quick review of each, and then we can talk through some of the reload mechanics?
Yep, sure. So, we have 2 sets of blasters. Or 2 different kinds of blasters. The dynamics are like more aggressive, harder hitting, faster rate of fire. They can generally punch above their weight class, but they're like a little bit harder to manage heat on. The balanced blasters is more like a rain of bullets. Like I'm just gonna unload on a big pack of stuff and like really have like a deep mag
Cool. And what you can see on screen right here, these are going to be all the blasters that you can get from running our
This is the Titan running the
Frontier
jetpack.
activity, and then we'll actually have a slate of blasters that you can earn through the dungeon, which we'll talk a little bit about later.
Wow, cut away at
but
the
yeah, when
T-crash,
it came
lame.
to really balancing blasters and bringing them into Destiny as a new kind of weapon type,
it's a nice
I
render.
would love to hear
I think
what
they
were the
did the
challenges,
same.
what was some of the fun in developing those things with the team?
Absolutely, yeah. So like one of the things
Yes,
that was
yeah,
in the
Ammo
Vidoc,
Scout mods are coming back.
was kind of finding the balance of like how much Star Wars
Yeah,
versus
this
how
is
much
this has a
Destiny
dungeon. The
these
dungeon
things,
is called
and it was,
Equilibrium. It'll be going live on the
collaborative effort
15th.
with
I'll be streaming that.
basically
I'll have a
everybody
guide
on
out
the
the
team.
following few
These
days.
were Mercule's project for most of this release, but it was like a big effort on design, test, animation, audio to really sell the experience of using these and to make them look and feel the part.
there's the
for what
jetpack
people
in
would
action.
expect from both the Destiny gun and the Star Wars blaster.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, since we're on the topic of loot and gear,
Scout mods made it so that
our
when you
Guardian
drop
right now
ammo,
is
you drop
using
it
the
for your
new
teammates
Praxic
too.
blade and also getting smashed by a Cabal drop pod. But I'd love to hear about the customization that y'all developed for this.
Are
And
we
this
gonna
can
see-
be
why are these
Tom
people
and
not
Bjorn
deflecting
talk
with the
to.
swords?
Sure. Yeah,
See,
so you're gonna get the
these people are good at the
Praxic
game,
blade
and like
by,
they're
collaborating
not
with
using
Fenor throughout the
like they're not
campaign.
leaning
She's
into
gonna,
the fantasy.
Deem you worthy of earning
Because
and go on
again,
a cool
it's
little
not-
quest that I don't want to spoil. To
It's just
to
not gonna
earn
be
one for
meta. It's
yourself.
not how you're gonna
And then,
survive.
Post campaign, you're gonna unlock the ability to customize it. You're gonna be able to change out your dark matter crystals and change the color of the blade to match your personality, and you're gonna be able to change a bunch of different mods and
Guardian down.
gameplay elements, right?
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of different things you can kind of swap to fit your playstyle on this.
Yeah, this really does just
where
look like
we
Gambit
have,
meets Nether. I'm a
forms,
little less interested
cores,
in that. Like, it looks
mods,
fun.
and 4 different catalysts on it. And the forms kind of change like how you can get ammo back and give you some damage bonuses based off of different gameplay styles. And the cores
I'm so proud of
let you apply subclass verbs to a different part of what the weapon does, depending on something that matches your subclass. So like you can add sever to like the saber throw, or something else like weaken or jolting.
Yeah, it creates these really cool combos where I am strike, I'm throwing to debuff enemies and then getting it back and striking again.
Yeah, and during a couple of our trial runs with this, you were talking about there are some animations and different combos in your melee structure, right?
Yeah. So there's like a 3 or 4 hit combo you can do where you will end it with like a big spinny move that's like very thematic. Almost kind of like how the Arc Staff has like the little hidden combo
Then
there.
show it. Show us the thing.
Awesome.
It's a video game.
I did want to call it. We also saw.
Yeah,
the
it looks like a
Renegade
chestnut, but I think
ability,
it's.
the
It seems like
turret
that's
that
going to
we
be the
have.
thing that you're leveling up through the
It
campaign.
is called the Piker Mortar, and it is like the strongest turret we've ever built. Like it is, it has crazy range, crazy damage, and is a really nice. I'm going to throw this thing out to manage this part of the map. Yeah, while I deal with other stuff.
Perfect. Yeah, and, so as we're coming to the end of this activity, I'd love to just know kind of some of the narrative dressing. So as you're going into the Lawless Frontier, it's our activity, but also kind of like the feel of this experience.
Bye for now, Rocket. Yeah, if I'm still
and
on,
there's
come
a
bug me.
turf war going on. I know Robbie in a previous stream we were talking about the turf war a bit, but Tom, if you could expand on that and how that sets up this
Ooh,
activity.
look at that! All the threadlings
So
actually
in
hit
the
their fucking
in-game,
target.
The syndicates
Woo!
are in this kind of ongoing turf war across Mars, Venus, and Europa, and you can kind of take advantage of that by, taking on their contracts that they offer and kind of winning out the day for them. But in doing so, you can extract maximum power, profits, rewards from them, and you can take anything you earn through engaging in these jobs and completing these priority contracts they offer. You can go back to the social space. You can. They each have their own reward track, like the Pikers, the Tharsis Reformation. They offer weapons to unlock, new abilities, upgrades for those abilities. Some elements or mods for the Praxic Blade, and a whole bunch of other things like some shaders too. So you can kind of like rep your favorite syndicate on your armor, which is pretty cool. It's definitely one of the.
It doesn't need
the Lawless
to.
Frontier, it's one of the most cohesive and deepest modes.
Why
we've
does
ever
it need
built.
that
Everything
sound?
from this mode types into the holo map, into the different
I don't know. I'm not bothered by it at
mini
all.
game
I
modes
would be-
within it.
I would be
within
honestly
the social
distracted
space.
if it
So
sounded
it's
like
going to be
just a
exciting to
lightsaber
see
the whole
players kind
time.
of peel back all the layers and
Like, the
even get into
lightsaber
some
fantasy is
the
already there.
darker
You don't need
corners
to
like
just, like,
Invasion.
try to convince me I'm playing Jedi
so
Fallen
we've progressed.
Order, you know?
We've defeated the boss that we were hunting down for our
Yeah, but is it
bounty
peak
hunt.
because it's good sound
And this,
design that makes
portion
sense in the
of activity is
sandbox
kind
of Destiny and in the
emblematic of we're on a
sound
long
balance
frontier
of
that's
Destiny, or is it
dangerous.
peak
Even
because
after
you're
you
like,
finish your
oh, Star
objective,
Wars, I'm gonna
now
come?
it looks like you got to fight your way out.
Yeah, so every job in the Lost Frontier, in this case Bounty Hunt, like it escalates
Immersion
over
in
time.
Destiny
So
or
it
Star
gets
Wars?
harder
Because if it's
the
making me
longer
feel
you're
like
there.
I'm
So
in
there's
Star
real
Wars, that
pressure
kind of tanks my
to
Destiny
get in,
immersion.
Do your objective and get out. Just so like right now we're in the
Yeah,
exfil.
exactly.
This is the
I mean,
final
I've already
moments of the
come out as a
activity.
full-throated
You
enemy
call-
against
you
that
set up a
kind of
flare, you call
nostalgia.
your
Fuck
ship
that
in,
shit.
The Cabal are
That's a
pouring
waste.
down
If you
on
want to
you're
jerk off to
throwing
Star
out
Wars,
renegade
go jerk
abilities,
off to Star Wars.
and you're just trying to survive.
I want to jerk off to
until,
Destiny.
Your ship gets there. In this case, each of the 3 jobs, Bounty Hunt, Smuggle, and Sabotage, have their own unique mechanic. So for Bounty Hunt, you have to take out these 3 mini-bosses, which we call Retaliators here.
Yeah, so as our fire team is fighting their way out, we actually do have a preview of a fun exotic that's coming with the reward pass.
Yeah, if it's just a game, then why are you so butthurt that you didn't get your Star Wars porn in it?
But Bjorndal, if you could give a quick overview
But
of our
why does it take you out of it? I'm
machine
actually
gun.
curious about that.
Yeah, so this
No,
is
Sleep, you need to be
services
jerking off when you play
Zaku.
Destiny,
It's
100% of
a
the time.
Very unique machine gun.
Ew, whoa!
It's almost like a necromancer.
Yeah, that looks
Broodweaver
literally like Savage
theme
Inspire,
where
and like
you
kind of in
turn
a
your enemies into these little
not great
nests of threadlings that you can like shoot and then spawn more and like build it up to control like a space.
Yeah, and Threadlings just got a buff, correct?
Threadlings did get a buff.
Yeah,
They're
no,
smarter than they
Shadow,
were
specifically
before.
what I'm saying. Again, I can't criticize
and
people's
sorry,
like aesthetic
to,
preferences. You like what you like.
segue
What I'm
more
wondering is like, how does the fact that it
over the last
doesn't
few
sound
weeks, we've been
exactly
doing
like Star
series
Wars
of blog
take you out
articles
of the
with y'all on
Destiny
the Sandbox
immersion?
team
Like,
talking
I
about
think he's
the
using the
core
wrong
game
word.
updates coming
That's
to
what I
Destiny
should
2
say.
available to
Mike,
all
when you
players.
say
So we have
immersion,
a lot
I
of
think you're
quality of
speaking
life changes
incorrectly.
that are coming
I don't
to
think you're articulating
your
what
supers,
you
your
mean.
subclass abilities, all that
That's
kind
what
of
I'm saying.
stuff that we just previewed yesterday. One of which, Warlock focused, was around Threadlings, your strand abilities. Yeah, if you want to cover that really quick.
Yeah, so you can see here the Warlock is moving while rifting, which is a huge kind of quality of life upgrade that allows you to
I get that. I'm not again. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have that preference. I'm saying I don't share that preference,
really well with the new
and I'm
Warlock
curious how
exotic
that
as well.
affects your immersion.
So
The immersion
there
is what
are, you know,
gets
if you
me.
haven't seen that
Because this
article we
isn't
put
Star
out
Wars, it
yesterday,
is
please
Destiny.
Check it out. There's a
So
lot
if you're
of
immersed in
great,
Destiny,
buffs. We've shown hunters a lot of love. You know,
what
we
is
love our
immersing you?
hunters. We want them to feel powerful.
Yeah, we saw some feedback with the exotic tuning article. Hunters were like, wait, I want to see more, which in the future we will definitely have more. But in
I
the
would love
abilities
to talk
preview.
about the
Busy
future,
in life,
but we
gotta
can't. But
multitask.
yes, there's a lot of
Exactly.
exciting hunter stuff that we are working on. So,
I mean, that's pretty
with
close
the
to final.
abilities
They
updates for
might
hunters,
tweak that
Golden
sound.
Gun
That
got a
could
pass?
because that
yeah,
did
so
sound like the
Golden Gun got a
base sword
pass,
sound.
does
They
more
might come up with
damage and
something
scorches
custom.
on impact. We fixed an issue where you had to step outside of your well to get full damage. Now you can stay in the well. Outside of that, we saw in the gameplay gunpowder gamble. If you throw it and you shoot it before it explodes naturally, it does more damage, more radius, and also spits out little kind of seeker projectiles.
Yeah, and as we're getting our loot, we need to cover the
no,
type
Mike. Again,
changes
I was
for,
not. I was not challenging you on that.
Sentinel.
I just wanted to know how it broke your
Sentinel
immersion.
Shield. We're excited about this one. So Sentinel Shield is getting a shift a little bit.
A bit of a rework, right?
Yeah, a bit of a rework. The usage rates weren't great, and we want to provide something that is.
That's a fair point, Shadow.
Kind of on par with well, as far as like what am I going to take into a raid to support my team. So. In Renegades, your Sentinel Shield, as you're holding it up, your allies behind your shield are going to auto-reload, and there's just kind of rhythm to it. So if you can fire at the right time, you can just like rocket, rocket, rocket. So it is like the actual like damage increase is big. Not only that, but as I guard my enemies and the shield takes damage, I'm charging this bar up that charges up my shield throw, and at full charge, that shield throw is going to do Thunder Crash level damage, which
fair enough.
You know, depending on how players use it, maybe you even get
There
two
you
of
go.
those.
See,
out of
this
Steel
is
Super.
what I
Like,
was pushing,
it's-
Mike. I
it's
felt like you
strong.
weren't articulating
and that's what
your
we
point
want, right?
properly.
We want
And Shadow
to,
unlocked the key for
provide
you. That's why I'm always pushing people that like with the whys and the whys, because it's
this
just
era
like.
of Destiny is like fun first.
And honestly, unfortunately,
we
the
want
more that you
players
break
to
down
have
why
a
you
great
like
time
something, the
and
more
feel,
nostalgia becomes kind of like a
overpowered.
distraction.
I'm going to hold you to it. Yeah, I honestly can't wait. But yeah, so we finished our activity, our first run of the Lawless Frontier. Now we're going to go into another. And Tom, you had mentioned invasions earlier in the stream, and this is going to be our opportunity to show a little bit of that, flavor. We're going to look at some of the UI in the orbit screens and our new holo map.
Okay.
And then we're going to show what it is to be invaded.
A new holo map, interesting.
Activity type as well.
Okay,
right?
I'm actually really interested in what's about to happen.
So in Invasion, like you might be familiar with Gambit. This is kind of like a new take
GG's,
on
Mike.
that kind of familiar mechanic here
It's fine.
in
We're not
Renegades.
missing out.
And we want players that kind
I feel
of
like
take on
coming
the
to Star
role
Wars
of
as an adult
a
is going to
bounty
be
hunter working for the
pointless.
syndicates,
Solo
tracking
Fire
down
Team Arena Pinnacle
these,
Crucible
renegades that
Seasonal
are
Hub
messing up
looking
their,
nice over there.
their
Ooh,
operations,
weekly
taking
ritual
out
stuff
their
up over
commanders, stealing their stuff. And so you get to be kind of
like
playing
this.
the other side here. You get to play on the opposition. So you're allied with all of the enemy combatants on the field. You can kind
This
of
is
wade
also
in
what I was talking
amongst
about
them
recently. Is like you
and
can have the
pick and
portal
choose the
and
strategic
still
moment
feel
where
a
you
sense
wanna
of
kinda,
place
like,
in the
lash
universe.
out at
This
these
is
players and
kind of that
steal
middle
their
ground
bounty.
that I was talking
so
about.
how do
They're
you-
bringing it
how do you
closer and
launch into
closer.
this?
So here's the holo map, just for everybody. This is kind of our standard interface for the Lawless Frontier. This is how you access the social space, all of our
I told you, yeah,
jobs.
this is basically a
and then
Helldivers
in the end
activity.
game, we unlock the yellow node, which is invasion, and the red node, which is the contested territory. So we can take a look at the contested node here. This is where all, like, every day the syndicates are fighting over one of the maps on each of the planets, and you can kind of, as a defender, kind of throw in your pledge to the side you want to fight for. But these are also invadable nodes. So one thing I want to highlight is that invasion is opt-in. It's not a requirement. So if players don't want to deal with PvP,
No, I didn't
they
say
can
he
do like
shouldn't.
an expert difficulty for this, or they can just go to any of these other
I
nodes
said he
on the
doesn't
map
have
here
to.
that aren't invadable. But for the priority, the contested node on the highest difficulties, like that's where the highest rewards are.
Like,
That's where
sincerely,
the
if you're a
is.
full-grown
Now,
adult
on the
and you
other side,
haven't
if you're
seen
an
Star
invader,
Wars, I don't really
you
know.
don't need to worry about the nodes. You can just go the invasion node.
I don't really know what
you
it's
need to
gonna
have some
bring
death
you.
marks, which are a currency you earn by playing
As an adult. If there's
by
no
just
nostalgia,
playing
like
Lawless
what do you
Frontier,
like
you'll
about
just
Star
accumulate
Wars
them.
minus nostalgia?
And one interesting wrinkle here is you can actually wager those for additional rewards. So if we go to the little pane here on the side, there's these things. There's the death marks. You can interact with them two or three times to double and triple your rewards.
Interesting.
Which obviously you're taking on some risk here. If you go do an
They are-
invasion
they're
and it
trying
doesn't
to
go
double
your
down on
way,
what they did with Edge of
you could
Fate,
lose
with,
those
like,
tokens,
making,
but I think
like
a lot
an
of players are going to
internal
want to do this
end
because
game
they can just
system
get triple
for this.
rewards on each
I
invasion,
worry
which is
that if the
really exciting.
rewards aren't good
And
enough
on the
or
other side,
interesting
for
enough,
people
this is
being
going to
invaded,
die out just like Kepler stuff did.
If you take the invader down, you're going to get more time on the clock. You're going to get
If the activity's
some
fun and the
revives
loot
back,
is good,
and
I think
every
we're
time you
in,
kill an invader,
but-
they have the chance to drop extractables, which are
It seems-
rewards you can
this is-
dunk at the end of
I
the
kind of get
activity
what
to get
Sleep was saying.
bonus
It's like I
armor,
hate that they
weapons.
keep building
Stellar.
activities.
So let's get our invader launched in
with their
here.
own unique,
we'll go back to our gameplay
abilities.
team. Yep. But while we're loading in, let's talk about what is the actual kind of approach to invasions.
Because
what are the,
when these
what are the
expansions are
objectives aside
siloed off from the rest
seeking
of
out
the
guardians
game?
and destroying them?
Yeah. So as
I feel like
an invader,
it makes the whole
you're
thing feel a little
gonna
fractious.
start in the ready room, which we're going to show in a minute here. You're going to pick your loadout, like what's the right renegade abilities to bring in. And we've seen in playtest, there's like a lot of different fun combos here. Like, are you going to bring in the deflector shield, and then like the other team's going to drop one, and then you're fighting on the Venn diagram.
I do
of the
respect
deflector
what you guys
shields.
say.
Are you going to
I
just
do.
be a little more brute force and drop a behemoth and like kind of like, but try to be sneaky about it? And that's pretty hard.
Yeah, of course we will. Yeah, well, yeah, they're not taking Kepler away. Uh-oh, F. Hold on. Refreshing. That's the thing, Mike, is like, if this is a separate loot pool, which one is going to be more valuable to us? Hold on, let me check the stream chat. Is everyone else dropping Fs? Yeah, okay, it's Bungie, it's not us. All right. So, yeah, let's unpack what we know so far. So, Mike, I kind of agree with that concern, right? It looks like they have already done a lot of work to build out the weekly rituals, which is nice. So that you basically have the main campaign, which is cool, and then you have the portal and all this other shit to keep you going when you're done with the main content. But what ended up happening with Kepler was we weren't really used to that yet. We weren't really used to like a self-contained loop in the destination of the expansion that could be played as a game like unto itself, right? I think the problem with it's sort of an impossible problem that they face is that they want to make an expansion feel cohesive and interesting and good and give you a good loop to chase. But if they make any of that available in the portal, people are not going to pay for it. So for financial reasons, they kind of need to keep these things separate. But to me, that hurts the game a bit because I'll tell you what, for me, unless there's like a gun that I'm really, really fucking hyped about, I'm not going to be grinding out a ton of that stuff. Unless that event is really, really fun, I'm going to go do raids with you guys because it's more fun to play raids with you guys, right? So I think that this is the struggle. This is the struggle that they have to balance is, can they make it enticing enough, but also not so good that people are going to cry pay to win? Which the game, like, come on, if you're not paying for stuff, you're missing out on a lot of really important weapons and really important stuff. So I don't think that's maybe like the biggest thing. Dalek Trekkie, fucking nerd. Yeah, the more I'm watching this in action, I'm feeling a lot better, at least on the gameplay side. I'll tell you what, Dredgen Bale, also like clearly Kylo Ren inspired, but like doesn't look like Kylo Ren. Sounds kind of like him, doesn't look like him. I'm feeling better and better that this is going to strike the balance that I want. You said YouTube is up? Hang on a second. Burp. Wait, no, how do I... Wait, wrong button. Burp. Burp. Where's my fucking thing? There we go. Hold on a second. Let me check YouTube. Sorry, I just don't want like any autosave password stuff to come up. Give me a sec. Thank you for cheering me on. Here we go. Okay.
First few runs, you might feel
it is
maybe
up.
a little
You're right.
lost
Thank you for that tip.
There's a lot of
space
to cover, but as you get more acquainted with Europa or Venus or Mars, you can find better paths to get directly to the combat, right?
Yeah, these are some of our bigger maps we built. They're more comparable to like our larger public spaces that we built in Destiny. And again, there's 6 of them, and like, you know, there's any number of arenas these PvE players can be in that you're going to be.
Oh my gosh! So our invader just wiped one out with the Thunder Crash and tried to hide and throw out the beacon for the.
I like this approach to invasion better than Gambit.
The Walker, yeah, or the Imperium Behemoth, as we call it. But then got needle stormed right before they could jump into it. That was incredible.
I don't want you guys to see my YouTube
like, how do I play? How do I put the chess pieces down? How do I approach this and all that?
That was interesting because they invalidated that.
No, I don't
beacon,
use
before
I don't use Firefox for a lot of my stuff.
Was impeccable.
So I just didn't know if it was going to like make me sign in and show off a bunch of my business
what was
shit.
I just talking about? The size of the maps. Yeah, in rewards, I wanted to ask really quick too. So as you're wagering, you add more and more. Is there like a cap? Is it double the amount of rewards, or do you have?
It goes up to triple. So each additional death mark you put down is
okay.
We'll double or triple it.
Here we go.
Try again.
Here we go. Jumping in. We're already taking a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, this thing is squishy.
I don't know if he's gonna do it.
He was in that thing for like 8 seconds.
Who got who?
Oh, we had so many conversations leading.
No, okay,
like,
so
hey, we need to make sure Nate hold back a little bit. And now I think one of our gameplay
this mode
folks
is like
just
super
like,
Gambit, right?
Deleted.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, it looks like Super Gambit with a twist of Helldivers.
The better you do as an invader, the more rewards you're going to get. So each kill, each crest you
the thing
put
is,
on the scoreboard
Gambit, you had 2 people running the game in parallel and you were racing. This is
wager.
not that. You just have the game. You have the mode,
Right.
but if your mode
Invader
allows
has
invasion,
3
other
lives.
people
3
can
lives,
queue
and then
up
you can see
to
at the top of the screen
invade you.
says
It's just a way of like
Invader
increasing the
present
stakes.
still. So
he's coming back for revenge. And it's immediately shut down.
Shut down with the 3.
I'm never gonna let Nate lose this game.
with the 3 coin wager too, or the 3 death mark wager.
He made a little bit there.
Good job.
So that's the I'm gonna put a little elbow in the
6-7
in the ribs. The gambit you're taking.
But what do you mean, John? That's hilarious.
So all right, we've gone through some Renegades content, rewards, all that kind of stuff. I would love to shift focus a little bit to our general rewards update. So in the portal, in a bunch of different activities, we're going to have some new weapons that we're offering. We also have an armor refresh for a bunch of our activities. And Bjorn, I'm going to put the spotlight on you. So starting with our Vanguard Ops sort of armor set, this is going to be earned through Solo Ops, Fireteam Ops, and our new Arena Ops activity, which is bringing back 6-player activities to our portal, which is really exciting. It's going to be kind of like your militaristic, hey, I'm a grunt. I'm getting in there. I'm fighting the dark forces. The weapons, Bjorndal, up front, we have a new pulse rifle.
But Mike,
what do we got?
It seems like it's going to be less
rocket frame pulse
persistent.
rifle, so you have an energy slot option now to go with your mid-range grade.
Cool.
A lot of excellent perks on here. I know a lot of people love the arc perks and weapons, and now you'll have it on a rocket pulse.
Arc
And then we
rocket.
have a fusion rifle and a sidearm, correct? Cool. And then we do have some weapons that we're not showing in this stream, so stay tuned for launch. But next up, we're going to have our Pinnacle Ops. So in our previous season, it was a kind of streetwear samurai, and this armor theme is
Kendo.
And then we have 2 returning weapons that I know players have been pretty excited about seeing in the past.
There you go.
Some
Now
new
you can
perk
all cosplay
combinations,
as a
but
Corvette.
also a new heavy crossbow.
Yeah, so this is a new Void crossbow to kind of fill out our elements for the crossbow now, and I think this one can get box breathing, which is new.
Yeah, no, that
Should be
I didn't enjoy
pretty
that set
good for
very much
crossbows too.
personally.
Oh boy! So box breathing,
we're getting a new
aim down sight,
arc
get extra
rocket
damage,
pulse
and then
rifle,
run up to the
like
enemy.
retrograde.
Box breathing doesn't apply to serrated edge, but you pull the bolt back out and do some more damage. That'll be a fun loot. Next up, Crucible. So this armor set is actually pretty fun. Over the years, we've done thematic sets tied to weapon foundries. So in the past, you've seen
Suros.
Hake, you've
Oh,
seen
yeah, it says
Tex
it right on the
Mechanica,
shoulder.
and now Suros is up to bat for the Crucible, and Shax is going to be handing these
I
out.
like this. This looks
We
slick.
also have some weapons up to slate.
Meet me in the
Fusion
fucking
rifle is a
Crucible,
returning
boys.
favorite, I
Let's
believe.
go.
Yeah, Riptide's coming back. We have a new aggressive Void hand cannon and a high impact machine gun.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
And then let's see, last but not least, Trials of Osiris. So another offering for our PvP audience.
Yeah, it does.
A few eagle-eyed players may have seen this
Absolutely,
armor set
Chestnut.
yesterday. A little sneak preview, totally planned. But yeah, we have a new armor set for each class. And as you can see, coming back with the glows. So as you get more wins on your card, you can unlock
That's
gold
crispy.
or red or blue. And then we have some new weapons that are coming as well.
Yeah.
Look at those Titan shoulders. Look at that Hunter shoulders. Oh my god.
I admit, since the set came out on the moon,
Yeah,
Eris,
I'll be grinding
all
some
the
of that
crafty
out.
bits on it, cleaning it up,
That's
having.
gorgeous.
Sorry, what frame type did you say?
Lightweight.
Lightweight. Chef's kiss. I cannot wait.
You're a lightweight.
And then I believe also we have a preview of a hand cannon. Now, one of our folks on the gameplay team over here was whispering in my ear, day by day, night by night, that these rolls are going to be a bit juiced, right?
Yes, yeah. This is
Mike knows
a
the
pretty
asymmetry
juiced hand
struggle.
cannon. It's got perks for both PvE, PvP. It's a strand 140. You can get stuff like Lone Wolf precision instrument or slice explosive payload. So you have a lot of options to pick for both PvE and PvP.
Awesome. Yeah, and across all of our activity types, we're trying to sprinkle out some things that players will get excited about. Not just, oh, I'm going to go into PvE to get the PvE gun. Like, there are some PvP roles out there that you can get from your Fireteam Ops. There are some PvE roles that you can get from Trials.
Yes,
and that
bearded,
doesn't
yes.
even cover what we have coming in the dungeon, too. Before we do a little dungeon teaser, I do have a quick announcement as well as we're rolling through the list.
Quick announcement.
We have an open access week that's coming on December 2nd. So
cool.
For any folks out there that haven't played The Edge of Fate, that is actually going to be included in this open access week. So if your friends haven't played, if you haven't played, hop in, check out the beginning of our new saga, and earn some cool loot on the way. It's available to all players for that week, and it also includes some previous content as well, campaign and other. So let's see
Mike.
here. Dungeon. We want to talk about the dungeon. So, Equilibrium. This is going to be our new dungeon. The race begins on December 13th at 10 a.m. So that's the second Saturday. We've already announced the time, but if you haven't penned it in, if you haven't gotten your fire team together, get ready for contest mode. For those that don't know what contest mode is, on day one, right at launch, this is going to be a very difficult difficulty tuned for competition. So if you want to go and try to
Sleep,
be
that
the
was so
world's
sweet.
first
Thank you.
completion, this is your place to shine. And if you win world first, we have a cool trophy or some goodies for you. So contest mode is going to be available for the
78
first
minutes
2
into
days,
the stream.
48 hours
78
of the
minutes,
dungeon
bearded.
availability.
78.
You can earn a really spicy emblem and some cool stuff as you go through that. And after world first has been declared, we will also have normal mode. So if you want to give a pass on some of that harder difficulty content, you just want to dive in and see what's on offer, that'll be there for you. So before we move on, we actually have a fun trailer to show. We can go ahead and roll it.
Dungeon trailer! Is this new?
Everything you've shown me.
Some pyramid architecture on Venus.
I've marshaled a new Imperium to snuff out the light.
Now this is the same.
My violence is yours. You know what comes next. Give me strength.
Yeah, this one came out a couple weeks ago.
Take everything I have.
I love that trailer so much. It's really
watching
good,
that
man.
trailer,
That
I
makes me
just
feel
realized
stuff.
we actually missed something
Yeah,
with
no
Invasions.
bells on me too.
We were talking about the
soon,
practical
Sleep. I just
blade
have to do
and
it.
customization.
Just hasn't been a
They're different
priority. I've been
saber
getting my
colors,
life in
correct?
order.
Yeah, there's a wide
Me
variety
too.
of classic
Me too, Glenn Paul.
colors that I think players are going to have fun chasing down throughout the end game and maybe even Invasion.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, we showed it on the screen. Red, Invasions. Yeah. So, okay, moving right along, ending out our show, we're going to be covering what is going on through the end of the year. So, during the launch window, we'll have some really cool things coming around. Vanguard
Good luck,
Horrors are
Belzo.
coming in week 2. And then after that, we're going to have the Dawning returning. So this is our winter celebration, our event, inviting Guardians to hop in, play some activities, get some fun rewards, and bake cookies for their favorite vendors in our tower.
Is that
so
those new
Tom,
helmets?
just a really brief description for folks that may not know what the Dawning is.
Look, these armor
That's the
sets.
Dawning. You slay our enemies,
Puppies.
you collect them as ingredients, and then you bake them into delicious treats you feed to your friends in the tower, like Zavala, and he's just got thousands of Galardoodles raining down upon him, and,
Yeah.
and he gives you a gift in return.
Yeah,
which
no, they're
could
not,
be,
Shadow.
You know, a spicy weapon roll, or you might be maybe get some bright dust from some other pursuits and get this totally cool Winter Wolf armor.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Drifter is outside, like, ooh, you're putting enemies into the cookies? But, yeah.
It's totally a Drifter thing.
Right. The Winter Wolf set, this is going to be available for Bright Dust just by playing the game, or if you want to snag it from Eververse for silver, go right on ahead. But also on top of this cosmetic, we have new weapons that are going to be a part of the Dawning.
Yeah.
New weapons.
So we have a burst linear fusion rifle, a breach grenade launcher, and a precision sidearm. And then also with this excellent new holofoil treatment.
Are you going to show the holofoils?
It's like covered in ice, and then as you fire, it'll slowly melt away the ice.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, perfect. All right. Oh, and sorry, I have one correction being whispered in my ear. Dungeon race starts at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Daylight savings time strikes again.
Gets us every time.
Every time. Oof. All right. So with that Dawning preview over, we are at the end of our show.
Cool.
Thank you so much to everybody for joining us today. As I said earlier, it has been a monumental effort. A ton of folks throughout the team have been crafting this experience, collaborating with Lucasfilm Games, and really just making something for you, our players. And we really, really hope you
Precision
enjoy it.
Sidearm will be nice in
Thank you for
PvP.
coming.
That's true.
We're going to kick it back to our launch trailer here in case you missed it at the top. And again, if you missed the Vidoc launch trailer, check out our YouTube. And after this, stick around. We're going to be handing it off to one of our community members, Leopard Stealth, a friend to us for many ages, a guardian of all time. But also, I don't believe he existed before 2004, I've been told. So, 04 or bust. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Okay. So, guys, that was it. I'm not going to lie. I feel a lot more excited for the expansion than before. A lot of my concerns about tone and nostalgia baiting
Time of Guardians
kind of set aside. Like I said before the thing started, it feels more like they said, hey, let's start with Star Wars and then build a Destiny experience around that aesthetic because of the things that inspired us. That's what I wanted it to be, and that's what they've been saying, but like, you know,
They've shown me a vision.
I think that the direction of Star Wars as a franchise has sort of colored the
Barrent Imperium
potential
sprung up out of nowhere across the
vibe a little bit, because Star Wars has become a little navel-gazy. This leaning into this feels a lot more authentically Destiny than I realized. I love the heat weapons. I've always been a fan of that kind of gameplay loop. I like.
The new Mars.
We're getting a
only
large
long
variety
process
of
is the gun
different
on your
feeling
hip.
weapons. Like,
The
we're not
light in
getting,
your
like,
hands.
it's not like we're getting a glaive. Like, we're not getting something brand
You'll do
new.
well here.
But we're getting a new kind of sword. We're getting a new kind of sniper. We're getting a new class of weapons.
I don't relish doing
generally.
business with these leeches.
And
we
that
need
may
to find
actually
out
be
what
the
the judge
sauce
and
that
are
you
after.
need to make, that might be the secret sauce that you need to make, like, the contained Renegades experience worth engaging in.
Why do you hate your own kind so much?
Because I think part of the struggle with the Portal was going up to Mythic and Fabled difficulty on Kepler. Wasn't that fun? It was pretty sloggy. And the weapons just weren't worth it. Like, Agape is the only thing from there that people care about, and that's just because of Lucky Pants synergy. So I'm feeling good about this. I really am. It feels less Star Wars, but I can tell for the folks that, like, care about it, that taste will be there. You'll get that flavor, which is nice. And for me, it won't disrupt the game that I would rather be playing.
Only one play left.
No, I feel good about it. I feel good about it. Cool. All right. Let's play some games. Yeah, I think that's really where a lot of my concerns lie now, Mike. For all the problems that we can point out about Edge of Fate and the last, 5 months, writing was not a problem. Edge of Fate was one of the best written expansions we've ever gotten. I don't think that was ever really a concern. So, I think my concerns about tone have been put at ease. I'm interested in everything I saw, and Super Gambit looks fun. Mike, you're getting your Helldivers in Destiny. Yes, rate your fit. I can rate your fit. I'm going to grab myself a quick snack. I'm going to hit the bathroom, and I'm going to stream for probably 2 more hours. Let me know if there's something that you guys want to do. Do you guys want to get a raid together? Does anybody need help with something? Do we want to dive into Avalon attempts, or do we just want to shoot the shit and talk about what we saw? You guys tell me. I'll be right. What FOMO? Why FOMO? Don't FOMO. Is that I've been hoping in between this is a W, but Reddit is very angry. I hate Reddit sometimes. Yeah, no, Reddit is definitely the hardest crowd to please. It's, I mean, you know, every online thing at this point is kind of its own little echo chamber, but yeah, Reddit in particular is, it's tough. I find it valuable though, because in between, if you can like read in between the lines of people just venting their emotions, you can sort of glean some actual insights about it. I mean, and I do that with you guys too. I know it comes off as contentious sometimes, but like, if you guys say something where you're just kind of like bitching, and then I'm like, okay, but wait, what's the kernel of truth at the heart of the bitching? I always try to, I find value in that. Yeah, I don't have much I need to do either. I'm willing to just like do helps. If anybody needs help with something, let's try to get someone together. I'm set. I'm good. I just need my Avalon. So, whoop. It does. We need a third. We need a third. Glenn Paul said a little while ago that he hopes it brings in new players. That's the other thing is I think another part of my frustration about like this being a Star Wars like official collaboration is that like who's gonna buy the second part of an annual bundle for the 12th year of a Destiny franchise just because it looks kind of like Star Wars, right? Like I feel like you either need to go fully into the Star Wars direction and just call it Star Wars, which would piss off a lot of Destiny players, or you have to just make it an homage and not do any of the licensing so you don't waste a bunch of money on the licensing. I don't know, it feels kind of like a lose-lose, because at the end of the day, if someone does pick up Destiny because they're like, oh shit, cool, look at this Star Wars thing. I've thought about trying this game out. Let's try it out. 30 bucks, give it a shot. And then you're thrown into new light. Like, you're not gonna stick around. Like, I don't think it actually solves a problem. Rate my fit, you will hate it? Alright. Ooh, Bazinga's online. Damn. This is pretty good. What are you talking about? The camo is weird. It is weird to see medieval fantasy with army camo on it. I kind of don't really care about it. I'll give it a 2. I feel like it should be a 3 on paper, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Alright, I got my shit from here. Does Devrim have anything for me? Wonder how much the license costs? It's usually a lot. So, fun fact about Star Wars licensing. Oh my god, wait, you can still attune weapons? Fuck, dude. I didn't know you'd still be able to attune weapons. God damn! I didn't see your fit, Mike. I didn't. If you have the channel points, I'll rate it. Oh, yes. No, not the Crucible Solar sidearm. It's the Rocket sidearm. Unless that's what you meant, in which case, sorry. Burp, burp, burp. So, fun story about Star Wars licensing. Back in the 1990s, when I was a young warthog, the Lego company was looking for something to revitalize their brand. They were having a hard time finding a set that would sell. What they decided was they needed a set with a story. They needed to make sure that when people were buying a Lego kit, they weren't just buying a bunch of bricks, they were buying part of a franchise. They were buying into a continuing thing that to which they could feel attachment and sentiment and obligation. So what they did was they partnered with Star Wars, Lucasfilm, and created Lego Star Wars, which is still a fucking blockbuster line for Lego today. However, this didn't actually do much to fix their financial problems because they had to pay for the license. Lego is expensive. It wasn't always this expensive, but it's always been reasonably expensive. And the Star Wars lineup, while it was like incredibly popular and helped the Lego brand, it did almost nothing to actually solve their money problems because they lost all the stuff that would come from creating an IP because they paid it to Lucasfilm. This led to the creation of Bionicle. Bionicle was Lego's first earnest attempt to create a series of narrative kits based on an original IP. That was why Bionicle happened. And Bionicle for a few years was a big success. Are you saying Lego is nostalgia generally, or that is nostalgic for, or it is a nostalgic thing for you? Because I still enjoy Lego, and there is a Lego kit coming out soon that I want because I wanted it when I was a kid, but it didn't exist, and it's about to exist, and I'm very excited about it. And it is like the most nostalgia-coded thing that I'm gonna be doing. But I actually still have it here in front of me. When my dad was a kid, when I was a kid, my dad, he built this Star Trek The Next Generation actual size tricorder replica out of Lego. It's so badass and so like almost screen accurate that like I've kept it. I refuse to disassemble it. He just fucking, I watched him make this up. Yeah, but that's why Bionicle came to exist. It's because Lego partnered with Star Wars but didn't make enough money off of it. So when you think about that story and you look at the current situation at Bungie, Renegades is probably not going to turn things around for them financially. What Renegades needs to do is turn around the reputation of Bungie. That's what they need to do. They need to make, what the fuck is this? Cadmus Lance Ridgecap has a stasis beard. I've never seen this ornament. This is insane. This is some God of War looking shit. This is wild. 4 out of 5. I've never seen someone create something. This is conditional finality, the guy. I really like this. I really like this. It's clean. It looks like the kind of character that you'd see in like I feel like I've seen this character in like, you know, a 2.5D Metroidvania. 4 out of 5, Mike. That's cool. I haven't seen that before. Oh yeah, Fire and Ice. You're icy hot. You're Shaquille O'Neal. Slap that patch on my lower back after I pull it because I didn't use proper form when picking up my fat ass cat to get him out of the litter box he got stuck in. Titans, you good? This was glossed over in the stream. Please open in the... Okay, good. It opened here. Wait, what's mean? What did I say that's mean, Glenn Paul? While protecting teammates and blocking damage, building a meter at max charge, the shield throw does thunder crash level damage. I told you. I fucking told you. I fucking told you. Every single time we think the sandbox is about to get balanced, Eric Smith sits his fucking toned dumper on the couch and flexes his goddamn beefcake muscles at us and says, this is what it's like to be a Titan. The rest of you can suck my chode. He is always here to deliver some news that flies under the radar, but like, goddamn, that is gonna fuck up the meta for a while. Because I saw it yesterday, and I was talking to you guys about it in the Discord, and I was like, I mean, it'll be good. But Thunder Crash level damage? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Sorry, I didn't specify what I just looked at. So I just rewatched a clip that Shadow posted from the stream. Eric Smith said that the rework to Shield Banner, Banner Shield, is that if on top of reloading Guardian's guns, it's going to have a meter that charges up that does extra damage so you can throw your shield. What the fucking article did not clarify yesterday that he said on stream is that the damage from the charged shield throw is Thunder Crash level. So instead of just having a Thunder Crash that does Thunder Crash, now you have pre-Thunder Crash where everybody does non-stop DPS and then there's a Thunder Crash at the end of it. Always has been. All right. So what are we doing? Sleep wants to do Avalon stuff. Yeah, no, I keep telling you guys. I said it as soon as I saw his face. I'm like, he's about to drop some Titan heat that's going to break the metagame. Unfucking believable. Avalon a raid? I'd love to see a raid. Got nothing else to do. Mike, what's your power level? You said if you're 500, you can't do Avalon with us. We could do a raid. I didn't think I was being that mean, Glenn. I thought it looked awesome. Was I mean? Yeah. No time for a raid. I guess I do need my icebreaker caddy. Yeah, it's weird. I just don't have a thing to do now. Like, normally I'd be bounty hoarding or something, but like, nah, dude. Nah, dude. Yeah, well, I don't know why they always nerf Hunters so hard. My conspiracy theory is that because Hunters have the highest player numbers, that they're just afraid to give Hunters the best kit, because then it'll dominate so much of the game. That's like the best thing I can come up with. I really don't know. I don't care about this. Okay, everything in this slot is now 550. Wahoo. I mean, you could go play other games. You don't gotta play Destiny. If something tickles your fancy, let's go do it. Phonutria, which one? Oh, this is 1-2 punch. I want to keep 1-2 punch. Beep, burp, 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 burp. Where'd it go? There you are. Whee! We could play Among Us again. Here. All right. What? Yeah, what even is there to do? What should I be chasing? What should I be looking out for? Saying the Guardian showing looked awesome. Oh, okay. I got it, Glenn. I misunderstood. That was funny. Yeah, I guess most people are going to be at work, not able to play right now. Hold on, let me actually cruise through this. I mean, if you guys would let me not play on my Warlock, I could grind out my Hunter. Just saying. I could grind out my other classes. All right, what's this one saying? What's this tweet saying? Oh, yeah, I mean, oh, it's just a close-up on a Titan butt. I mean, yes. Depends on the armor. Someone showed me their Titan the other day, and they had the flattest ass I've seen in this game. Anybody that was here in the Halo Reach days knows that Bungie loves a good donk on their space fighters. You know what? Why don't we do this? If we get a third that like can hang with Avalon, we'll do that. If anyone has a request, drop it. Otherwise, oh wait. Oh, I do need to. You know what I can do with my Warlock? I can unlock my prismatic stuff and my strand stuff. That's what I can do. Another one? All right, another rate my fit. This looks a lot better. This shader really fits the whole thing a lot better. I like that you leaned into Eunoia as the theme. This is strong. This is a 4 out of 5. Really like it. Oh, don't even need a shader on that. Yeah, no, this is great. This is really good. This is solid. You look like a proper space fighter hero. I think that's gorgeous. 4 out of 5, baby. All right. I need to go, in the absence of, oh, you don't like that chest piece? I thought it was nice. The tricky thing with Warlocks, though, is once you get a chest piece, that's also your chest piece, your leg piece, and your arm piece. Like, you gotta kind of take or leave the whole thing. Oh, I like it. I do not mind it. All right, how do I actually do... Guys, how do I unlock these other supers for my prismatic? How do I do that? That's a question. For Strand, I need to just grind out... I just need to grind out fucking Strand meditations. Okay, let's go to Pale Heart. Whoa, old. To Pale Heart. Beep. Yeah, I think it is. So I think I just might need to grind some of this out. Again, I'm super down to help folks. So if something comes up, hit me with it. Want me to join you so be quicker? Yeah, go for it. Yeah. I am Shadow, but I didn't get to... I don't know why it blocked that. I don't know why it blocked that, but it did. I am. This is, it didn't have a straw, which... I'll be honest, kind of hurts the nostalgia factor for it. So it's basically not worth anything, you know? Oh, God, there are still Pale Heart guns I haven't finished crafting. I'm so good at this fucking game. Apparently, there's a sword from Pale Heart I never got. God, I'm so bad. Yeah, I don't even know, Shadow. I don't know what the fuck that was. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I'll join a voice chat. We needn't... You don't need to join, but you're welcome to. I'll just be here just in case. Alright. So, I believe I need to... Yes, Queens Part 1. Alright, here we go. Working on it. Rocket Sentry, you're back. Rocket, what's your power level?
Hello.
Hi. It is a bit of a pain to obtain, but that's why I haven't done it. Like 300 in each class? Alright, never mind.
I fix it now. I will not accidentally will do something like that.
Okay, cool.
Like that.
Not accidentally, just on purpose. Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, these side quests are not my favorite. But
got a new keyboard and I've wrote extra buttons on the side.
Yay! Who doesn't love extra buttons?
You need to block it.
Block what? Nothing shooting. There it is. Now he's shooting. Shoot at me. Stop scorching him. Stop shooting at Sleep. Shoot at me. There we go.
Blood Rico.
Oh my god. This is hell.
Maybe go.
Get the fuck out of this room, Sleep. Okay, now you can come out. Oh my Christ. Yep. Listen, y'all pimped me to be a warlock. So I gotta take it seriously, you know?
Take it seriously at the end of the...
I mean, I've been taking it seriously. I got this guy to 550. I did did all the stuff on it.
Just my plane. You didn't get the...
Yes, but because they're different things, Sleep. Yeah, you have to set priorities. I'm continuing to take it seriously. What are you bitching about? What could you possibly be bitching about right now? You are the persnicketyness feels like bitching.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, it's fine. I'm just asking why. And now I know. Oh my god. Oh my god, nothing is breaking. Oh my god.
There's the second one. Oh. There's
okay.
3. Oh, there's 3.
Yep.
There's only 2.
Oh, there were still 3 on my screen. Yeah. Wait, what? Okay, those are gone.
Okay, I did all of them.
I don't know how. I was deflecting those void shots at that thing forever, and nothing happened.
No, activated, but there is 3 tablets you need to activate it.
Yeah, none of them activated. I was deflecting the things at them, and none of them disappeared. And then you showed up, and they disappeared.
Yeah, because you need to activate all of them.
Activate them by deflecting. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I thought I had to destroy them. Yeah, okay, I thought I was destroying them. Can't wait to Hunter main again? Yeah, I'm pretty excited to be on Hunter again. I mean, listen, Titans are still gonna cook. Warlocks have some better exotic options now, but, like, don't think that everything's gonna change. It's just that Hunters are actually gonna be viable in, viable with their supers.
Don't forget we need to make something of Manrun.
Yes, that'll be after Equilibrium, though. I'm gonna enjoy myself for a little bit.
Can you shoot at me?
Beep.
Thank you.
Whee! Shit, I have 800 hours on Destiny, only including Steam. Good. Good. Good.
Hot. Very hot.
Brimming with light and dark, like an overflowing teacup. Not so long ago, some would have called that heretical.
That's enough. We're trying to heal the traveler. If we lose...
No, I think Hunters are going to be good. The thing is, I think I'm more excited about the Shadow Shot and the knife buffs than the Goldie buffs. Like, having a better Goldie option is going to be good, but like, not having the best debuff in the game with Shadow Shot has been, like, a real sore point for me for a while. So getting that back is actually, I think, what I'm more happy about. It gets, it makes Tractor less of a thing, and it means that, like, instead of just, like, getting an extra little chunk of damage, you just get a flat buff across the board. You combine a Banner Shield, a Well, and a Tether, like, just fucking GG's, you're set.
Where is Doc?
Good question. Oh, I don't know. Ow. Maybe that's it. Oh, there it is. And it's gone. And Void buffs overall, Shadow Shot buffs, or damage with Quiver. Yeah, the damage with Mobius has me curious. I want to fuck with it. I want to fuck with it with the Orpheus rig pairing. I don't really know what to make of it yet, though. I'm just honestly not sure.
One faculties. Oh, I have to.
Pick it up. Oh, where'd I put it? Where is it? Where is this fucking thing? There it is. Meow. Yay. Pew.
Okay, don't shoot.
Ah, nice.
Fine.
Yay, I did it. Okay. Oh, I'm so good at space basketball. I mean, yeah, go for it, Rocket. If you want to pop in, go for it. I'm literally just, until we get the folks that want to do something, like if we get someone that wants to do Avalon with me and Sleep, or we get people for a raid, I'm just going to grind out the missing stuff in my Warlock. I'm going to try to make sure that when I'm done with these 3 months, nobody can tell me I didn't do my best.
You didn't do your best.
Nobody can sincerely tell me I didn't do my best.
You got carried away in all your things.
Yeah, that's my best.
Okay.
I'm busy. Can't wait for my 500 power dungeon, crushing prismatic warlocks to get back into 200 and suck in basic activities. You're not getting your power reset, Belzo. They're not doing it. I think that they're sort of reevaluating the power system generally, so until they figure out what to do long term, nope, no, you're not. Which to be, I like this giant ghost. I don't know. I don't mind the power resetting. I'm glad that they're not doing it because it's gonna make people happy. But it's just, again, like kind of back to the nostalgia conversation. I just get frustrated when people like have opinions that they don't question. Like, you have a thought, but what, like, why? Where did the thought come from? And for a lot of people, it's just, I need big number go up, right? And then big number go down, they get sad. Okay. Why? Isn't the point to have something to grind? Yes. Okay, well, should they reset your power to 200, or should they raise the power cap by another 350? Well, raise it by 350. Don't make it go down. Like, okay, but mathematically and experientially, it's the exact same thing. So why do you prefer one over the other? And the answer is nothing. I'm not saying that's true for everybody, but it has been true enough that it, like, annoys me. Quiver rigs, Leviathan's breath equals 20. Yes, Shadow. Go ahead, Sleep.
What did you get from that mission?
I don't think I got anything from it. I got, oh, no, something dropped. I wasn't paying attention. I should have been, because this is for me. I'm sorry. No, Shadow, you are right. It's going to be pretty awesome. That's, I mean, Belzo, that's exactly the thing. Everybody's going to say, and again, this is part of something I talked about last week, which is, I think that Bungie, I understand why Bungie is sort of capitulating and just reacting and saying, let's give the players what they want. But players just want their power fantasy. And if all you do is give things that accelerate the power fantasy, you're not creating interesting gameplay stuff, right? If all you're doing is making us feel all powerful all the time, to quote Syndrome from Incredibles, if everyone's super, no one is. You know? That's what we ran into in Plunder. That's what we ran into in The Reckoning. And the same goes for the power grind. I mean, the power grind is arbitrary. It is. There's no way around it. You can't make the power grind make sense in an everlasting game. It is an arbitrary thing. They just have to decide how to implement it. And the reason that they went to the system they did with Edge of Fate was because they knew that there was going to be a decrease in content, so they wanted to make sure people had something to do. The grind was the solution to that problem, but the grind was a shock to the system, generally confusing, and extremely slow. So you put all those together and people don't like it. The truth is, I think with the changes they made to the power grind now...
There is also a change, why a lot of people hate the power grind. Because you are grinding your power and you can't grind your armor, basically. Because only after you get to a certain amount of light power, you can get the good armor. Tier 5 weapons armor.
Yeah, and I think tying the power level to the tier thing was a mistake. But more generally, in terms of like what you're actually getting out of the power grind, it's a sense of progress and it's something to do. And I think that the power grind now, taking away the problem of the tiered system, if you just do 200 to 550 or 200 to 450 based on the current rate of power grind with all the changes that they've made, I don't think people would be that upset. I think the power grind is in a better spot. I'm not talking about the tier thing. I'm just literally talking about the rate of power grind. I think that people would be okay with it. I still don't like it, but it is something to do. And I'm just addressing Belzo's point there.
The power grind is part of the same thing. Not the same thing, but they're part of the same system.
And I think that's a mistake.
Yeah. Don't know how to explain it.
No, yeah, I think I'm agreeing with you. I think you are explaining it. I'm not criticizing at all. I'm nodding along.
No, explaining why you can't separate. You can't separate it logically, but you should separate them. But because they are not separated, you can't separate them like saying, "Oh, the grind for the light power is getting faster now, so it's fine."
Yes, I mean, I think that the way you separate them is you just unbind tiered loot from power level. Power level should dictate, if they're going to have a power level at all, which I wish they wouldn't, but if they're going to, that should dictate the kinds of activities you can access. And tiered loot, I think, should be based on the activities that you do. So that way they're not tied together directly. I was close to costing my company shitloads of money, which would have been bad for my own job security. I mean, I hope that wasn't because of Destiny stuff. Was that just another thing? What are you thinking about Renegades, Myers? What are your impressions? It's not going to be bad, Shadow. It's really not, because you did the grind when it was bad. It's really chill now. It's really, really chill. Like, it's still a grind, but it feels so much more reasonable. It feels like a thing that, like, you know, someone just above a casual can actually participate in.
Only to 500, but from 500 to 550.
Even that wasn't that, like, it was a lot, but it wasn't nearly as punishing as it was previously. I didn't have a terrible time with it.
It wasn't as punishing as before.
Yeah.
Before it was only a chance to get the power level.
Yes, now it's guaranteed.
Yeah, but still only 1 and only 0.8 actually, or 0.2. I'm not sure.
No, I installed a version of Java that has a license costing about a dozen kidneys. Jesus Christ, oofda. But yeah, I think that what I think Destiny's progression system is really lacking right now is like a sense of harmony and a sense of cohesion. This is a complex game, and it's hard to know what to do next at any particular point. And I really believe that the game should be designed more like a pipeline. From the minute you set boots into the Cosmodrome for the first time, I think that there should be a straight line from talking to Shah Han to killing the witness. Like, that doesn't exist. And I'm not talking about restoring the campaign, so that would be huge, obviously. But I think that all these systems have not been properly integrated. And while everyone has bitched about the portal, the thing that the portal has done well is prove to people that you can actually have all these different missions kind of work together in some way.
Got the strength meter now, yay.
I did. Random, but I have an idea, not about the game. Hit me with your idea, Hoodie. You grind, you get stuff, but I don't grind, I play and have fun. Yeah, and that's the thing, Destiny, to Glenn Paul. It needs to serve a lot of masters. It's a big, complicated game. All right. Okay, so that's done. They definitely overcomplicate things. I mean, yeah, it's because they keep building systems and moving forward, and they're not always doubling back to clean up after themselves. The portal is one of the few instances that they've done that. It's where they've actually gone back and said, okay, let's update these things. Let's make them relevant. Let's create a standard of mission design that allows us to, like, make these things interoperable. And I think that's good. It's why I think the portal itself is a good system. I think that because the portal is largely like a UI and a design standard. The portal is not the progression. The progression is the problem. And I know that's splitting hairs, but from a design standpoint, it's pretty important. Can we make you do challenges for subs, like eat a spoon of hot sauce for 10 gifted randomly? I mean, sure. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I've taken money to shave my head. I've taken my money to watch anime.
Oh no, watching anime.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing. I have problems with Star Wars generally. I like what I like and I dislike what I dislike. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that I understand Star Wars. Anime is like an actual thing I aesthetically dislike, you know? It's like making me eat a food that I don't like. 5 gifted for 5 jumping jacks. Hoodie, I work out for 45 minutes to an hour every day. Is that, do you really, you're not going to get your money's worth of 5 jumping jacks. I did a 45-minute workout today.
I almost got a job at the call center in Nintendo.
Uh-huh.
But they are looking for a minimum for 4 days a week.
4 days a week? Oh, because of school?
College, yeah.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
I just accidentally went out of bounds.
Oh, sick. You can't you can't help but oob, you speed running pervert.
What the fuck? Where am I?
They are not doing weekends, so it's a problem for me.
Oh, there I am.
He's back! He made it back! Idea, strip subs. Every 15 subs, Catch has to remove a piece of clothing. I mean, that actually legitimately gets close to some terms and conditions violations that I don't think I can risk. I'm down I'm down for challenges. Like, I'm definitely down for challenges. I'm just telling you, Hoodie, that paying like $6 a jumping jack, like, you're wasting your money.
I mean, Catch, no one will save you without your underpants or pants.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that anyway.
No one will see it anyway, because your camera is just your shirt.
Yeah, I can stand up.
But you're going to play stand up?
Yeah, I'll get a standing desk and I'll put an under desk camera. 50 subs, you see my bitbis. We already have to see the bald head. I don't think I'm gonna Smeagol Lord of the Rings on stream with no clothes. Rip. Skies.
I can't express my
more like
hatred
one of the drops.
Yeah.
Because,
Hold on a second. Am I ahead of you guys?
No, you're behind us.
No. What?
This is a side. Yeah, this is a side quest. I don't know what's going on.
There isn't a
Hoodie,
load zone, so I can't die and respawn as you.
Weird.
I have to find my way there.
Hoodie, I'm not saying no. I'm saying yes. We just got to find something that's gonna be like worth it for you. I'm telling you, I'll do 5 jumping jacks. That's easy. This room I'm in is tiny, so it'll be hard to frame it, but I can do it. It's just like, I feel like that would be like saying, hey, I'll pay you $25 to pick that glass off the table. Like, I would feel bad doing that. I would feel like I'm exploiting you, you know?
Wow.
Like, Rocket, you run all the time, right? You run like 15Ks or whatever?
Yeah, pretty much.
Imagine if Hoodie right now said, I'll pay you $50 to do 5 jumping jacks.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah, but like, it's nothing.
No. I think
Is it jumping
there
jack?
would be some sort of catch.
Exactly, right? Like, it's like
Something.
like it's disadvantaging the other person so bad. What about doing 10 jumping jacks in the nearest Walmart? I live 3 miles away from the largest Walmart in America.
You should do a shopping stream.
Oh yeah, let me show off my newfound financial stability by taking you guys on a trip to Walmart.
There's Kabul missiles raining down on me.
Oh, do you have the antenna? You don't?
Nope.
No. Why is that happening to you? That's fucking funny.
I don't know. I'm very, very far away from you
That
guys, and it
is
happens.
strange.
Take us to stream taking us to the bank.
Oh, there goes my eager edge.
I'm not taking you to the bank. Then you're gonna know where I go to the bank. Do the cinnamon challenge?
What's the... Oh, right.
Yeah, I haven't done the cinnamon challenge.
I do
Yeah.
it with cocoa powder instead. I'm here.
Do you think I could get away? That actually does scare me. Like that, you guys would be getting your money's worth. Yeah, if we get to like 25 subs today, I'll do the cinnamon challenge.
It's not healthy, don't do it.
Yeah, it's fucking... Do you really think that me playing Destiny for 50 hours in a weekend is healthy? I don't give a shit.
No, but this can hurt you.
Yeah, dude, I've gone to the hospital for shit related to my video game habits.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. I got carpal tunnel at a very young age because I was like not using ergonomic shit and I was gaming all the time. Since then, I've put a lot of thought into the ergonomics of what and how I play. All right, we're 6 in. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I have cinnamon. If I don't have cinnamon, I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know if I have cinnamon. But yeah, I'll do it. It'll be awful, but I'll do it.
Please don't.
It's okay. You can look away.